And now, introducing the new SneakyG Man store on SD. All you got to do, go on to SD, type in SneakyG Man store, and you could get your very own Are You My Malacca shirt, Samsung cell phone case, or just a cap or a beanie. Let's go Giants. Ow. Before we do the damn thing, I got to give a shout out to George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M replica trophies. Guys, Father's Day coming up soon. This is the perfect gift. Matter of fact, this is the perfect gift for any occasion. I mean, who wouldn't want a replica Super Bowl trophy of their team? The team that got the ultimate prize, the Lombardi Trophy. So when you get a chance, go to his Facebook page, George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M's replica trophies. Now we gonna do the damn thing. Hey guys, I appreciate you wanting to enjoy the show. First, I got to give a couple shout outs. First off, I want to give a shout out to dresscomfy.com. She has the latest and greatest for SneakyG Man merch. So please, check it out. dresscomfy.com. Also want to give a shout out to 3 a.m. Water Hydration for the go-getters. Natural spring water. Go get it. Now let's go do the damn thing.
You're listening to Make It Count, the SneakyG podcast on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants. Ow! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG. Yeah. I want to start this show off by telling everybody that I'm a very positive man, right? I'm very positive. I don't it's easy to be it's easy to be negative, right? And that's not who I am. I'm sorry. New York fight said, how was the plane ride back to Texas? You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's funny when I was, when you're, I don't know about you guys, but when you're a kid, and you're flying, you want the little wings that the stewardess give you, right? Yeah. I don't, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of flying. I don't like to fly, but I do it because it's the safest means of travel, right? So as a kid, you get the little wings, but as an adult, you get some Bloody Marys. Okay. So yeah. So my flight was uneventful. I gotta, you know what? I need some help. I really do. And you got to help me with this one, man.
There is no help for us.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this to everyone that um, I Ann and I were really good friends. Okay, and I did not talk to him at all since the game at all. Because of the fact that I wanted this to be real. You know what I mean? I wanted the reaction, the communication, um, everything. Okay. So, and let's just go ahead and get right into it. Now, those of you that are watching this on Instagram, I did post the I didn't post it yet. Shit, hold on. Well, I'm about to post the link on my story. And I saw the displeasures of I was there, so I was at the game. I was at the game.
Glad I wasn't.
And yeah, it was bad.
I was just thinking about it, like before you start the show. Like, how would I have been if I was at the game? Let's just say by halftime, I would have been carted out as if I was a belligerent drunk.
The funny thing about the whole game, it was people. I mean, like the commentary said, they were booing them at halftime. No, they were booing us we were booing the Giants, and I'll say I did not, join in on the boos because I didn't feel that there was a reason because everybody else was doing it, right? And by me saying I didn't join in the boos, I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I'm not looking for kudos or whatever. I just didn't want to use the energy. I want to be honest. I didn't want to waste the energy.
You want to give about as much energy as they gave to us.
Tanya, God, I love you. You are phenomenal. Welcome to our emotional support group. The cake is stale.
Shane Lyon.
Okay. All right. You know what? And let's just get right into it. I'm going to hold on a sec.
Do you have the footage of DJ leaving the facility?
I do not. Oh no, I do, but I don't. Okay. Before we get to that, let's get to the beginning of the game. Okay. Real quick. The game. Good God, the game. When we went 3 and out, I had some concern. When we went 3 and out, the first series, there was some concern. Danny, I got you. Give me a sec.
I can tell you with me, there wasn't some concern, and it's not that there wasn't any concern for a bad reason. Well, actually, it is a bad reason. And it pissed me off even more because I said to myself, I should be used to this.
No, we shouldn't. No, you know what? I know where you're coming with that. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's just address the elephant in the room. Right now, again, it's easy to be the negative Nancy, and it's easy for us to be quarterback Tuesday. Okay. Oh, and I got to bring in Daryl. Because Daryl, he mentioned something when I was on TikTok Live, and I said, now it's not the time. Let's wait till Tuesday. Well, today's Tuesday. Daryl, you now
What's
have
up, fellas? What's up, fellas? How you doing, Sneaky? You all right, brother?
Nah, man. Nah.
It's gonna be all right. We just gotta weather the storm.
Yeah, we've got another 5 years to do nothing. Huh? You know, kind of used to it.
And you know, okay, let me tell you, hold on, let me tell you. Danny,
It's
do me
okay,
a favor.
fellas. It's
Do me a
okay.
favor. Turn your camera to the side, like have it like sideways, so it brings the whole. No, Daryl, you had yours right,
Oh,
and
okay.
then
Hold on. Because I'm on my phone. That's why. Hold on.
yeah.
Yeah, so am I.
Instead
So am I.
of like, hold on, I'm sorry. Instead of like this, have your phone like this. There you go. Can you do that, Danny? There you go. There you go. All right.
We need to see all of the handsomeness.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican.
I'm gonna do my best to bring in Evie. Give me a minute, man. I'll bring you on too. Guys, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all have the floor, and then I'll say my 2 cents. Thunder from Down Under, you go ahead and lead the way. Yeah.
That sums it up.
So it was a 3 a.m. kickoff to start.
I apologize.
I wanted to go back to bed, but I couldn't because I was so, and excuse the profanity, I was so fucking pissed off. I couldn't get back to sleep because of just how awful that performance was. And it's the same shit every year. Sick of it. Yep. We all are.
Okay, all right. Daryl, I am gonna save you for last, Daryl. I am gonna save you. Danny, go ahead, man. Wait. Elliot, are you done? I mean, you got more?
Let him go. Keep going, Elliot.
I don't even know where to start.
I mean, let's just go ahead and put it out there.
He does not know how to play fucking football. Period. That's it. It's a wrap. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Now, when you say, hold on. When you say he, you mean?
Come on, Sneaky.
I just want some people. People want to know. I just want some clarification.
I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the most overpaid, overrated, underachieving backup quarterback that happens to be our starter.
What Joe Clark said, you smoke crack, don't you? Don't you?
You're right, exactly. Yeah. Yo, Sneaky, did you hear LT comments?
You know what? So look, everybody has been hitting me up. Have you heard what
Carl Banks?
He ain't lying. He ain't lying either.
Okay, what's his name?
Carl Banks.
Dex, not Carl Banks. Dex. What Neighbors said,
right?
What LT said, what Carl Banks said, WFAN. I mean, both DJs on there.
Yeah. I give it 2 weeks. If we lose against Washington, lose against Cleveland, he's done. He's out.
Listen,
he should be out after the first series next week.
Danny, are you done, Danny?
That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Ant, please go ahead.
I can be here for hours now.
Well, it's a 2-hour show.
Go ahead, bro.
2-hour show.
All right. Danny Dumpster.
Or Danny Pennies.
Yeah.
Danny Crime.
So if anybody hasn't seen the video, he's coming out of the facility. He's basically walking to his car or his ride or whatever. And I was talking to Danny about this yesterday. At first, I felt bad, but Danny made a good point. You feel bad a couple years ago. This is year 6. They should be asking him for some of his money back. They should be telling him he sucks. Because did you see him at his press conference? He doesn't have an excited bone in his body. I mean, I have farts that are more exciting. It's unbearable, man. I can't watch it. See, now you were talking about the first drive. And I was talking, obviously speaking for me, and I'm sure a couple of the guys in here. When I look at it and go, first drive, it is what it is. And at the same time, we've seen it every year. when they got the ball back for him, was it the 30-yard line?
Yes.
It's close. Yeah,
He
that was
got
going to
the
be
ball
The
back,
fumble, yeah.
and he couldn't punch it into the end zone. That pass, the guys that were telecast, I don't even remember who it was that were telecasting it. They said, "Oh, Theo Johnson should have had that ball." Did you see where that ball was thrown? There's no way he was catching that ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, Daryl.
I can't no more, dude. I can't. He's got to go. At this point, I'll take Tommy DeVito the rest of the season.
All right, Daryl. I told you to wait. So let me tell you, Daryl. I was on my live. I was on TikTok live throughout the game, and Daryl made a comment, and I said, "Not now, Daryl. Now's not the time. Let's wait till Tuesday." Well, I appreciate your patience. It is Tuesday. I got
That's
to
a
add
bunch
these
of
guys
bitch
in.
assness. He needs to go. He needs to be
Oh.
benched right now.
Yep.
As I was I was watching the All 22. This man had all types of time in the pocket. I mean, hell, he could have took a nap. He
Exactly.
had so much time behind that pocket. He had so much time. I swear. You could have went off and cooked dinner. He had so much time. The boy's scared. He can't throw the ball downfield. That's why we're not going downfield. And all I do is sit around and talk about the offensive line. Well, damn it, you got one now, and he still can't play football.
I read a stat
today.
I read a stat today that said that the New York Giants, this weekend alone, the receivers were number 4 in separation time. Do you know what that means? That means Daniel Jones could have heaved the ball up and hit somebody. He couldn't even do that.
Well, I will say this. I heard of a stat that for me was quite concerning, and I didn't realize it. But apparently he has thrown, since he signed that contract, more pick six than actual touchdown passes.
Yeah, he has 3
Yes,
now, okay. All
He's
right.
got 2
Now,
touchdowns
also,
against Patriots.
everybody, I want to welcome Logic, the Giant Sing.
Hello.
And Mike, this is your first time on this podcast. Thank you so much for joining. As soon as Danny comes back up, I'll bring him back on. And I rarely ever bring this many people on at one time. So I'm please be patient with me and let's try and work this thing out. Jesse, I know you were at the game. You saw what I saw. Go ahead. What is your take?
I'm only gonna say one thing. When your defense is giving you your second possession in the game within a red zone and you're coming out with 3 points, that's a fail for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that tells me like you
Absolutely.
You were not prepared.
Absolutely.
That's it right there. And after that, game is history. Game is history.
Logic. What you got?
I just think that basketball player should go back to Duke. I'm sorry, but I've been saying it since we got him, Sneaky. He came from a basketball school, not a football school. And he had one good season. One. And and on his legs, it wasn't even from his arms. It wasn't he was throwing, he was running. And even then, he couldn't run down the field properly. He fell on his fucking face.
Yeah. Yep.
His first win, I remember, was against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was his rushing touchdown too.
That was the rushing touchdown. I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he lost the game.
I want to give an applause.
It's always been his legs, not his hands.
And
I want to applaud Baker Mayfield because he called this out the year Daniel Jones was drafted. He called this out.
Yep.
I remember that. Yeah.
He said, I can't believe the Giants picked Daniel Jones at 6. He comes from Kentucky, where his record was, 17-19? What the hell was Dave Gettleman thinking?
What do you mean?
He was thinking he wanted to keep his job because John Mara is a racist son of a bitch. That's why. And I'm gonna tell you straight out. That's fact, dude.
There's another
fact.
We can't.
So I think
John Mara is not here to defend himself about those.
Oh, I'll say it to the man's face. I would say it to the man's face, bro.
I know,
I would say it to
but
his face.
I know, but
I go.
and
I
I
go to. Yo,
understand.
I live on Long Island. He lives right
No, but
on Long
there's
Island,
another
out,
thing
out
to it.
east. I'll go to his house and knock on his door and tell him to his face.
Oh,
Yeah,
Back
well,
into his
yeah.
door.
We just can't have that.
mm,
I can't have that on the show.
that's a touchy
That
subject. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't
No, but
do
you know
that.
what? He has another connection though. Daniel Jones used to be on Peyton Manning's and Eli Manning's summer
Yeah.
game.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh
That
Oh,
yeah.
that was
what?
one of the prime reasons too, for
Yeah,
him
he
to
got the
take
job
over
because of
Eli's
Eli.
That's
position.
that's
So
not an excuse.
let me just also bring this up too. Well, you know what? I'm gonna defend Mara. I don't believe Mara. I don't know him. I mean, I know him, but I don't know him personally. But I don't believe he is racist. I
Hard
mean, he
knocks.
did have an African American GM before a lot of these teams did. So I'm
He's
gonna give
black.
him. I'm gonna defend him in that
But
aspect, and I'm gonna leave that one
he is
alone.
losing his touch as an owner though, Sneaky.
Well,
we will move on from that. But what I'll say with
well,
this, what I will say with this is that um I want Jones to be successful. I actually want to defend him right now, but he's not giving me anything. And I'm going to tell you,
it's like watching Hostas all over again.
I'm reaching a level of frustration, and all of you know I'm Team Jones. Y'all know this.
Same here.
Yeah,
But
I know.
Giants way. I want to hear your thoughts. First off, it's about damn time you came on the show. Thank you for coming.
No
Give me
doubt,
your
brother.
thoughts.
I mean, like we all seen, man, it's really just hard to defend Daniel Jones. He's not making the right choices, and he's not playing like he doesn't have anything else to give. I mean, at this point, he needs to play lights out. We need to attack down the field. We need
Can't even do
to
that.
throw the ball longer than 20 yards.
Yes.
And Daniel Jones has to stop patting the baby. as soon as he's ready to throw it, just throw it. No, whatever happens after that, fine. But as far as him patting it and pump faking and just
Sneaky.
thinking about the pass, that's where everything goes wrong. So it's just the whole thing of Daniel needs to understand that you have time. There was plenty of times where he could have stepped up in the pocket. Go ahead, bro.
We got to stop doing going.
Baby, Daniel Jones. Baby.
This is what I've noticed. Now I haven't seen Drew Lock play. Okay, I haven't seen him play, but I have seen Tommy DeVito, and I have seen Jones. The only difference that I could tell from the two is that Jones, like DeVito, has that instinct. You know, he has that reaction. Jones, to me, and this is not to put him down or anything, but he looks rattled. He does look indecisive. And the thing about the quarterback position,
you see his eyes?
about the quarterback position, and I'll tell you, speaking as a I'm not a former, I am a quarterback, by the way. You cannot second guess because the time it takes for you to react, it's in milliseconds, and the fact that he's taking too much time, and the throws are off, they're behind them, they're
in the dirt.
Also, let's be real now. Some of the receivers were not catching the ball as well. I mean, there were quite a few drops.
Also, they were not scrambling either. They were not coming back to the ball. So that's my thing. Like, I get Malik Neighbors as a rookie and this, that, and the third, but a lot of things that they didn't show on TV was Malik literally standing around while Daniel Jones was scrambling. That whole take of him, I don't really know what was going on back there. He's a goddamn lie. He was looking at Daniel Jones run for his life multiple times without him trying to come back to the ball. So the wide receivers got to be better at that scramble drill and getting open.
Now,
I agree, and I also disagree. And here's why I disagree. I agree with what you're saying, and you're absolutely right about that. But here's where I disagree. As a fan, as all of us that watch this game, even if Malik got open, At the time Daniel starts scrambling, do you really think he's looking for a receiver? I don't.
No.
Because he doesn't read any progressions.
I mean-
He watches his first progression and he stares the whole way down. That's why he's constantly being picked off. That's why he constantly has no time in the pocket because he's not creating his own time. Our offensive line this past week has been better than it's been in the past, with the exception of the playoff run, the past 7-8 years. So now, again, we get back to the point of he has no excuse. And again, I will keep going back to, let's talk about the playoff run. The only person we lost from the playoff run was, what's his name, that went to Buffalo?
Hodgins?
No.
He
He
went
went
to
to the 49ers. Went to the Niners. I'm sorry.
You talking about Breeder?
No.
Patrick Graham?
The offensive lineman. I know you're talking about Dan.
The center. Feliciano.
Feliciano, yeah.
With the exception of him, we basically had the same team. What was the difference with the exception of Feliciano? What was the difference in that team? The difference was Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has been the X factor the whole time, and he's continuously making rookie mistakes. He cannot read a defense. He cannot stop staring down his first progression. He doesn't know how to get outside the pocket when he's trapped and just throw the ball away. This is football, and Sneaky, you should know, it's football and quarterback 101. This is year 6. If it was year 3, I can go, all right, they're trying to get a hold. They're trying to do this. It's year 6. We can't keep using the excuse of
Tiki Barber said that. Tiki Barber said that.
Do this.
Yeah.
You just can't do it no more. It's done. I feel bad for the kid. I wanted to love him. I hope whatever happens in the rest of his career works out for him. But he's got to go, man. I can't do this anymore. I got more agita now than when I did when I was fatter.
I would have never signed him to that $40 million deal. I would have traded him that year. I would have traded him that year.
I don't know what we would have. I don't know what we would have got it because first of all, I've been preaching this. Even the year of that playoff run, I said if Jones plays himself out of the top 15 draft picks, he's going to be our quarterback, and he did. We drafted. That's when we drafted Banks at 22, 25, something like in the 20s.
23, yeah.
And of course, last year, with the injury, whatever. But I'm going to tell you something that that I saw that didn't surprise me, but you see the type of brotherhood that they have in the locker room. I was at the game. I saw Jones walking out of the locker room as players do, and Jones was getting hazed. He was getting booed. He was getting whatever. And I stayed silent, and then he passed me by. Of course, I'm like, hey, can I get a selfie? No response. Don't blame him. And then as he walked by, I said, I got your back, and then he walked into the players' parking lot and was immediately met with Brian Cox. And, they talked for a little bit, and I saw how, the coach, Coach Brian Cox was just trying to hype him up, saying, hey, we're working out. It'll be okay. Gave him a hug, and then another coach approached him. They talked it up, and then another player.
That's not going to change anything.
There was Sneaky. Let me ask you.
Hold on, and let me just finish this thought. All I'm saying is, I understand you like the guy, okay, and for me, I like the guy, and I'm a fan of the New York Football Giants, and we need for him to produce on the field. For years, we said he didn't have a number one wide receiver. For years, we said he didn't have an offensive line. And he now has his number one wide receiver, and he now has his offensive line. And I don't know. And I know I would pick on Dak, right, in the playoffs, and how I would say it's psychological. I'm thinking now there's something more than the game. In my opinion. And I have one more thing to say, but I'm gonna let someone else take the floor. So, because I'm long winded, I can talk all night.
Let me ask you this. I'll just pose this question to you.
Please.
I understand what you're saying, and again, you're not wrong. It's not a wrong or right thing at this point. But I have to ask, when's enough enough?
You know,
if he loses this next game, I'm done.
You know what?
Come on, guys.
And there
It's
is
not it.
nothing
He
wrong.
will
And
lose
that's
this
that.
next
You know what? And that's what I'm going to go with. If he has the same performance against the Commanders,
And he's
like
owned them.
he
And,
did
he, and he's
against
owned. And he's owned
Minnesota,
them. And he's owned them.
he has a win. He's only lost one game against the Commanders. That's it in his career. I thought he was undefeated. I was mistaken. He lost one game against the Commanders.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
And
difference.
if I'm not mistaken, I mean, it pleased my pride. You could
No, you're
please
right.
tell me about it.
No, he lost
This
one and
ain't gonna
tied
get
one
no
too.
better, gentlemen. This ain't gonna get no better.
Well,
No.
no. But what did he do? Now, this is a hypothetical, okay? If he wins this week, he still has the job for another week.
If we was all be a fifth and drunk, okay?
We would all be millionaires right now if it was all ifs. But sadly, you know, you're right. And you are 100% right. At what point do we say, all right, coach? At what point? And for me, it has to be this game. It has to be the Commanders. Because he's always been successful.
You got to bench him.
Say again, Elliot.
If he sucks in the first half, bench him.
I have
Set the tone.
Do it.
dog in the fight on this one.
If it
I
looks
mean,
like
playing
it
the-
did last
they're
week,
If he throws,
he's getting benched.
yeah, because if he throws another pick six, and oh god, I can't.
That pick six was horrible. That pick six was horrible.
And now with the pick six, and it's kind of what you said. He stares his receivers down, but I want to say that the defensive end knew that pass was coming.
That's my
God.
point. That's
Thank
my point.
you.
How many DBs? And this is it. You can go back and look at the interviews of teams he's going to play. How many DBs have literally said, "All I have to do is watch his eyes, and I know where the ball's going"? Why do you think he gets picked off so much?
He's fucking predictable.
They know it. That's not a starting quarterback.
So Tanya, hold on,
Fucking Hostetler all over again.
How come? Okay, here we go. So Tanya says it was enough to offer him $40 million off of one good year. We wouldn't have done that with any other position. So what makes DJ so special? Let's call it like it is. The game was bad. You're not even giving a backup a shot at all. You know what, Tanya? I was thinking about you too. And I'm gonna hold on. Let me finish right. Okay, this makes it seem like how he played was okay. Dabs again blamed himself, which he does in every press conference. I'm not shocked that he did that.
That's being put.
But he's full of crap as well.
That's being PC.
I was thinking of you the whole time when he was doing that. I could just see you like, I'm sick and tired of you. I could just see you saying that. And then
I got to coach
like him saying, watch the tape. Like, sir, you were there in real time. For the ass woman.
It looks like we're gonna have a new quarterback and new head coach next season. Plain and simple.
Okay. Tanya, I was thinking about you. I was honestly thinking about you. It was with the game was already in hand. It was like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. With the injury clause that Jones has, why did Dable leave him out there?
Why was Dable running him like he was the feature running back?
Yo, his play calling sucked.
Well, you know what? Yeah, that's another thing too. I want to address.
Hold on before you address it.
All I'm going to say is give Kafka back the playbook.
No.
Facts.
You can't call the plays you want to call because the man can't throw the ball down the field.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Hold on.
I think Dable hasn't been in the game.
Now the play calling was a little suspect. That
that's the
quarterback. I don't understand that, and I'm not saying we're supposed to understand it, but the back-to-back call for the quarterback sneak. When I
Trash.
was in the stand, right? When I was in the stand, someone said, "Is Judge calling the plays?" That's exactly what I heard while I was in the stands.
You mean Aaron Judge?
No,
I
Judge.
mean, honestly, like,
Judge.
just
Yeah, you
real
know what I
quick,
mean.
man, if we're talking about the whole scheme of the game, we had no scheme. The Minnesota Vikings, they literally outcoached Dave's. They took, like I said in my video, they took Dex out of the game by running outside zone sweeps and play action rollouts.
Mm.
By them doing that and putting pressure on Burns, putting pressure on Tibbs to set the edge, which we all know that they're not really good at, especially Tibbs. We just had no scheme when we were calling the plays. That pick six that we threw, they did not set up correctly. They literally had to adjust 3 or 4 times to get the right formation that they were going to be in. We all know when there's three wide receivers on the inside and you have a small ass wide receiver like Wandell on the outside, what else is coming
Yeah.
besides the
Gotta take
screen?
into
So it's just like
consideration
there was
offensive
literally
talent.
no rhyme or reason, man. We couldn't get a run game going. Dave's was just calling random play actions here and there. It was all bad, man.
Well, so I did pull up the box scores.
Uh-oh.
More
pain.
Okay. Believe it or not, we were able to get 14 first downs.
I
Minnesota
think
Vikings,
most of them were on penalties, weren't they?
Yeah.
Probably. Minnesota Vikings got 17 rushing yards. They had 20. Minnesota had 26 carries for 111 yards and 1 touchdown. We had 21 carries for 74 yards. Passing, Darnold had what was he? 19 for 24, 208 yards, 2 TDs, and a pick. Jones
Made that fool look like a
He
pro
played his
baller.
ass off.
He was
No,
22. He was
he just
20.
didn't have no
I'm
freaking
sorry.
pressure. He was back there just throwing.
He was 22 of 42, 186 yards, 2 picks. He was sacked 5 times, and we sacked once. We got, and that was Dex. He got the 1 sack. Net our net passing yards was 166. Total yards was 240. Of course, we had the 2 turnovers. We had 9 penalties for 95 yards.
Wow.
We were 7 and 18 on third down conversions, 1 for 3, and we beat them in time of possession. We had the ball for 32 minutes, 26 seconds. They had it for 27-14.
Can I bring up the sacks real quick?
Go ahead.
Of those sacks, do you know how many sacks were of the offensive line's fault?
I know how many was DJ's
1. I would say
fault.
1. It was 1. When
The other four
Liminor missed his.
The other 4 were Daniel Jones' lack of instinct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I called that in the stadium. There was only 1 sack
That-
that I would say that offensive line missed it, and that was Liminor.
Our offensive line did a hell of a job. Considering what had happened,
who did I
they
lose?
did a hell of a job.
I believe
That's pro, but run pro, we suck.
I believe Brian Dable got to Daniel Jones too late. And what I mean by that is if Brian Dable would have got Daniel Jones in his year 1, I believe he would be a way better quarterback now. And we wouldn't be having this problem.
All right, let me add a couple more.
I got to disagree with that one, and here's why.
All right.
When we went on that playoff run, you got to consider that Mike Kafka, and it's known for everybody, literally dumbed down the play calling to make it match what Daniel Jones can do. So when they came back the next year, which we all know was basically proved that the playoff run was a fluke, when they came back, they tried to make his game plan a little more difficult, thinking, okay, Daniel's got the gist of it. Let's take it a little further and see where we can go. And then all he did was regress. That's all he did.
You're right about that. I don't have a comeback. I don't have a comeback. You're right.
I want to
I don't think
introduce
2022 was a fluke.
Alfredo. It's been a minute. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining. Big Dash, what's going on, man? It's been a minute. Good to see you, brother.
Dash
Um,
knows everything.
What's the word, Dad?
Jesse, I
wish I had a
bring you
good
in real
word for
quick.
you.
You've been hearing all our talking, right? You've been hearing this conversation. I just want some some words from you. What are your thoughts, Jesse? Giant Singh, yeah.
I already
What are
said
your
my
thoughts? I mean, I know you're sitting back listening and hearing. Just what's your
I
opinion
already
on the
said what
whole
I
thing?
said. If guy is getting a ball within 10 yards or 20 yards in the second possession of the game, and you're only walking out with 3 points in the first game, you can't do that.
He can't play football, Sneaky. I keep saying it, bro.
Dude, that gave me the same vibe what I had last year against the Cowboys home opener. How we started so softly and we just gave up the game. And that's exactly what happened. We played soft in the first possession. Cowboys scored right off our block field goal, and the game went right then and there. Same thing happened this year. The moment they got the ball back, they just kept on scoring. And our defense can only do something, right? I mean, they can't be on the field all the time. And every time they got big yardage on our defense was when Thibodeau, Dexy were not on the field. And everyone's talking like, oh, Thibodeau had 0 tackles and all that stuff. Dude, that guy got like roasted, basically because when he was on the field, they had different schemes going around. There probably no pressure
They
on
were
him.
running away from him. I did notice that.
Yeah.
Brother,
And
Tibbs
that
needs to
they
do
did
better.
have I did notice they were blocking Burns pretty good. They were keeping him out to play.
The big thing that they did was like they actually showed some gutsy plays and they threw 30, 40 yard down the field. If we would have done that, it
Because
wasn't a
they
different
had the
story.
scheme. They fucking ran it on
Exactly.
us
That's it. It's just scheme.
outside and gashed us, and then they rolled it out and brought Jefferson right behind it. I mean, they just schemed it really well, man.
Banks
now,
wasn't Jefferson, right?
so hold on. Who was at the
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
Danny,
Me.
were you did you go to the game, Danny?
Yeah.
Alfredo,
I
you
was
were
in there for a
there.
little bit.
Jesse,
This was there. And
Giants
I
Way,
regret
Dash, were you
not
there?
being able to catch the fact that you were going to be there, Stefan. First of all, hi for like the first time in a million years.
Right. I
Dude,
I see you singing the national anthem. Don't worry, I see you.
Yeah, so that was actually really nice. Nah, but like real talk. I was like so busy with the new job. I really did not know that you were going to be in the area, Stefan. Like that's why I didn't know. So
No worries. Hey, we're planning on being there for the Philadelphia game. We're planning on being there.
Oh man.
Gonna be interesting.
So, now is it just me? Now I was watching Neighbors for majority of the game because of the bet. Now we are going to talk about the bet that we all had. Okay,
What's the bet
who's
that you
going to
guys
score the
made?
first touchdown? And I'm going to ask you guys later. Are we going to double it or nothing? Okay, those that are here make it eligible. But anyway,
I'm backing
it
out.
seemed like that the receivers could. I mean, I didn't see Neighbors breaking free. Okay, I didn't see like a double move. I just saw like a one route, like either he was doing a seam or a post.
Yeah.
I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong. Please.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Did you hear my stat earlier?
What? I heard, you said like
number four with the most distance between them and the defenders. Number 4 out of 32 teams. Number 4. We can't blame the receivers.
No, and two times I saw it from my own eyes. 2 times he actually literally called for the ball like this.
Well, no, you know what? I take that back. I did see Neighbors.
Like, give me the ball. That's it.
I did see Neighbors. I take that back. I did see Neighbors on a couple plays. I did watch Hyatt a couple times.
Yeah.
They got to stop doing my man Hyatt like that, man. Let that man play.
Oh, that really broke his
heart.
They got to stop. They are literally going to take away his motivation from wanting to be a part of the team.
There is a reason you brought that kid in, right? And you not giving him the opportunity. I understand that DJ has like good relationship with Slayton. Slayton's been out there for a while since day one of DJ. But come on,
I do want to share this. after the game, I went by where the players, come out and they give autographs or whatever. And I'm not going to say who this person was, okay? But I'm fully confident that this person did not even shower after the game.
Hey, yo.
Because,
oh my God.
And I'm not even going to say no Diddy. I'm going to tell you why I say.
No Sneaky.
When he left, when he walked out of the the little area where fans were asking for autographs and blah blah blah, he still had on his face paint.
Oh,
like the black eye. It was still on his face when he left the locker room.
He was that's pissed off. He didn't shower or nothing.
To me, it just seemed like he just threw his clothes on and
I'm going home. I'm going home to shower
and went home. And I can speculate and say this player was like F this and just got dressed
That's probably what
and
he
went
did.
to his car. Obviously, he didn't sign any autographs. He didn't even look in the direction of the fans. And he still had on the face paint. When I saw that, I'm like, look, you know what? When I saw that, I'm thinking to myself, something ain't right.
Well, I heard about this. I didn't see it. So if anybody can bring me up to par with it. When I heard that it happened, the only thing I could think to myself was, and again, I didn't see what happened to make it happen, but when I had heard that Thibodeau got benched and DJ was still playing, how many fans do you think were fuming? Because
I'll tell you right now. I mean, being that I was at the game and I was actually a few seats over from you, just me, not even gonna lie. I mean, I was yelling at the top of my freaking lungs to let DeVito play the fourth quarter. I'm like, can you really blame me for saying something like that? Especially given the way that DJ's been playing the whole majority of the game. I've been saying from the top of my lungs, get DeVito in the game for the fourth, and even during the fourth when DJ was still on the field, get DeVito in on the second to last drive that they made.
You know what
what do they do? Cut them off.
I'm sensing they're scared to bench the guy. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what it is.
We're paying him $40 million. There's no reason to bench him.
F all that. Bench his ass.
At this point, you're going to pay him $40 million no matter what.
Just take the L. Just take the L, and that's it. Forget about it.
What's going to happen is what happened in the 70s. Fans are going to stop going to the damn games and stop watching it. They're going to stop showing up. Sneaky will go. Some of these will still go. But I'm going to tell you right now. There's no way in hell I'm going to watch Pick Six Jones play in that stadium. No way in hell.
There's no way in hell that the owner is paying someone $40 million and telling him to sit. That's not happening.
They have to.
Hold on, but that money's spent already. The money's spent.
Yeah,
you can do whatever you want.
I gotta ask this TikTok question. Someone CLU head pro, Clue head pro, I guess. He said, "Can they start Eric Gray over Singletary?"
I was just about to bring up Devin Singletary too.
I noticed that, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, how is that possible?"
I'm sorry to interrupt you here, Stephen, but I was about to say, I was just about to mention running backs. The fact that I mean, I don't know if it was just me, but I felt like Devin Singletary is been kind of off, especially on the first week. It could be me, it could be the first game, but all I know is that first game he was horrible on his receptions. There was 3 short passes that Daniel Jones gave him, and he easily just let them go. I'm like, those are simple passes that even Saquon, while we still had him, could have still received in the first 2 years of his tenure with the Giants too.
We don't speak of him.
And let me.
If anything, I'm sorry. Who?
I'm going to defend Singletary just for a second here. And I'll defend Saquon in this too. So if you look at those plays, number one, they were going to be short yardage passes, if that. For the most part, they were either at the line or behind the line. So them not catching them balls actually did us a favor, because they could have either been caught and fumbled because of the way these guys got hit. They could have been, with him throwing, with him throwing a lateral. Could have been, a fumble. So with them, grabbing at the ball and not catching it, that actually helped. Because with plays like that, it's almost like the veteran in them says, "You know what? I'm not catching."
Screens did not work with him.
I gotta say, Big Dash, I appreciate you coming on. What I mean, you've been kind of silent, quiet a little bit. What's your thoughts on this whole thing?
I'm highly upset. That's my whole feeling. I'm mad because going into the season, I didn't have the same faith that I had going into the 2023 season, but I was still in that wait and see mode, right? And for me, it was like a kick in the gut, man. It was a kick in the gut, especially the way that we started. Because I mean, obviously we had the 3 and out, but the defense goes out there, they get the turnover. I'm jumping up off my couch. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to the game. I'm on the West Coast, but I'm sitting here like, yeah, we got the turnover. We're gonna turn that into 7 points, and then we become the New York field goal Giants, and it's and that's what it is. We're not scoring points. And so for me,
can't win with field goals.
Exactly, you can't.
We can only
here,
hope and pray to become like the Saints that beat the Cowboys one time.
Your defense gave you that spark. I mean, if you're not capitalizing it, then there goes the season, man. You have to do it.
I do want to ask a question for the gathering. Big Dash, thank you for that insight. And I think we're all upset. I think we're all frustrated because I'm tired of losing. I mean, 2011 was, 2011, 2012 was the last year that we had some type of dominance where, we had that feeling that we were going to win that game, that next game.
Well, 2016 wasn't bad. 2016 wasn't bad.
Well, 2016 wasn't bad, but it was so few and far between. Like even in the wild card, I mean, I knew we were gonna win. I thought we were gonna win by 3. I thought we were gonna win beating Eli beating Rodgers at home. He's done it before, right? But even then, I'm tired. This is frustrating. Okay, I did put a video on TikTok, and that's when homeboy caught the touchdown. Dude was wide open, open, and
the one that
I don't. I'm trying to figure out this new defensive scheme. I'm trying to figure out this new offensive play calling. I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing. What our identity is this year, and I'm just tired, man.
You know what it gave me? It gave me Patrick Graham vibes. It was that whole shell, soft zone, and then the bend but don't break. But guess what? You have players that can get after it. I understand you're not Wink. You don't need the blitz, but we can't do that. And that play that you're talking about, I believe you're talking about when Naylor beat Flat. Is that the one you're talking about when he was wide open, but Flat was like maybe 10 yards away from him?
Yeah.
Like the one thing going into the game when you have those type of wide receivers, you got lucky. Then it's like Naylor score, but you got to keep everything in front of you if you're going to run that soft zone. So getting beat deep, you're just asking for it. But like I'm not happy. I'm not happy with anything that I saw.
And then, the sad thing is too.
I will give kudos to the Vikings. My bad.
No. I'm cutting you off.
I'm saying I will give kudos to the Vikings. Oh, I said I will give kudos to the Vikings because when I look at what they did when Dexter Lawrence was out of there and they decided to go to the hurry up and we couldn't sub Dexter Lawrence back in, that's what anybody would have done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So to me, it's like if Dexter Lawrence isn't on the field, what are we really on defense? Like, and what are we doing?
Again, what's our identity?
I will say that Drew Phillips, for a rookie, had a really good game. That's a positive.
He did. Yep.
Yeah. Well, what I want to add is that
Tyler Newman.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler Newman. What I want to add is the frustration is leaking into the locker room, obviously, because you got reporters asking these got you questions. I mean, are you really going to ask Dexter Lawrence, can you hear the fans boo?
Yeah.
Are you? I mean, come on.
That
Like-
I can be a little critical about. Yeah,
I mean,
I
But
agree with you.
this is New York media. They always
Well,
ask
and
the hard
another
questions.
They're gonna be smart asses, bro. You know
right.
that.
No. I get that.
They-
I get that.
That's
And
why
I
they're
mean,
New York media.
you know,
They're not-
when you know, okay. My question that I would have to Dexter, right? And I'm not gonna bash him. I'm not gonna say, you know, and by me saying this, I'm not saying I'm saying it, but I am kind of saying it, but not really saying it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
No.
That, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna be the one to be like, oh, well, we pay your salary, blah 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 blah. You know, we're the fans, we do this. No, but if we as fans that are tired, that are frustrated, that are disappointing in the performance that we see on the field, you don't want us to boo. Okay, we will not boo. But what do you want us to do? And I mean that respectfully.
I'm telling you what's going to
I understand. I can understand how the team feels, right? I mean, I know the team feels some sense of responsibility for all of this because we want something to cheer for because it's been so long. But no, I know some of us, I'm not saying everybody booed, but I know some of us don't want to boo.
I want to quote.
How can we show our displeasure if that's something that you don't respect it? I can respect that you don't respect it.
I wouldn't have booed. I would have just walked out.
On the field. We don't.
About the booing, Sneaky. I want to quote a very young and very wise young boy. His famous words were a bullshit. A bullshit.
I remember
We're
that.
gonna boo the shit out of them because we're tired. We're done. We're tired of spending our hard money to watch a circus. I will go see Ringling Brothers and probably have a better time. I'm not going to that shit show,
see that
and that's
tweet?
exactly what it is.
There was another tweet between I think halftime that Giants fans still have time to get out of the stadium if you're there and go and watch US Open final.
Oh,
So
shit.
people,
Was there a tweet?
someone
Wait,
actually
where
did
was
say
this?
there was someone. I have to find that tweet. I think I bookmarked it somewhere, so I'll share it with you.
That's
It's
funny.
Oh, that's
somewhere out there.
hysterical.
Someone send me a snapshot of it.
I'm
in the
telling
game.
you, I don't know if you guys know this about Giants history, but something like this happened in the 70s. The fans were pissed off because we were always losing and we weren't winning. And John Mara's father had to do something. So when he finally got LT and Phil Simms and all, and we won a Super Bowl in '86. That's when everybody started showing up again. Now this is going on for umpteenth amount of years now, and got me like, I'm glad I don't got season tickets because I'd be like, that's a waste of money.
I'll bring you on as soon as possible.
But it's going to happen. The fans are going to stop going to the games. They're going to stop spending their money. They're going to stop showing up, and that's when the Mara family and the freaking general manager is going to wake up and say, okay, we need to get somebody else at the helm because this guy is not going to do the job, and he's pushing off our fan base away. And once the fan base isn't in the stadium, you're not making money.
Yeah,
You're not making money.
What I would say
that tweet. I just texted you.
But what I'll say to this,
did you? Okay,
too, is because for the guys that did go, because I know Sneaky, you went, and you said Danny, you said you went, and Sting went, and Alfredo, you said you went. What I'll say to the players is like, I pay to be here. You get paid to be here. Like it's my right. If I don't like the product, it's my right to boo. And we've been disappointed for a long, like you said, 2011. That's a long time, and we had 16.
2011, give or take 1 or 2 years.
And you know what?
Right.
You know what the history tells? Every time Giants do something like big, they did like white out, blue out, like this red jerseys, all that
something
stuff. We
Although I will
always lose huge.
Although I will say the whiteout like that we had like the year prior to like the opener blew out was actually like a much better game. Yeah, exactly. Because if anything like blew out, we just got blew out. Like, when last year happened. I'll tell you that.
So
I'm sorry. I mean that very
okay.
respectfully too. I mean that
respectfully.
I mean that very respectfully
Yeah.
too.
So I'm
Because,
okay with Giants honoring all those 100 players. I mean, they deserve all that respect. That's legacy. Do it. But do it the right. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it was just bad.
Maybe this was the right way of
lost
doing it. But I mean,
well, it's so one of my favorite shows is Part of the Interruption. Okay, and we flew back extremely early yesterday, so I was able to watch it. And Michael Wilbon was he said that Mara should walk into the marketing team and fire everybody because of the fact that every time, basically what you said, anytime they have, I mean, this is 100 years of New York Football Giant football, and this is the performance. I mean, if it was a competitive game, I don't think we would be as disappointed. Yeah, we wouldn't be as disappointing as it was, right?
No.
Now, of course, if we won and it was like 13-10 and we won on a field goal, we would be like on a different high, But the fact that, okay, when I was walking around to a lot of the what do you call it, tailgating, shout out J18. We were talking. There was like, this is a must win for the New York Football Giants.
And a lot of Vikings fans were saying, "Oh, this is a winnable game for you guys." I mean, they did not have any trust on Sam Darnold.
They did not
like,
have
okay,
confidence
Sam
in Sam
Darnold, whatever,
That
they
was
knew from day one that he's going to be a
the
starter.
Giants made Sam Darnold look like a future Hall of Famer yesterday.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Everybody said that.
I think the reason why
the same way we made Drew Lock shine last year. He won against the Eagles, and then he came back and destroyed us.
He did.
Yeah.
And just to piggyback off of both of those points, a lot of those, both of those games, we didn't have no pressure. That's what it comes down to. If we can't get to the quarterback with just 4, we are in big trouble, y'all. And I mean, Dex can only do so much. Like, Dex is that dude versus the run and pass. We need Kayvon and Birds to be on the same page as Dex.
Dex has been
versus everybody.
Well, the problem is they're doubling. They're doubling Dex almost every play. Hold on, let me. I got to bring in Tanya real quick.
You know what? I'm gonna bounce out, Sneaky.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry,
all
it's
right.
late.
Jesse, you know what? I know you're a man. Kid. I appreciate you coming on. It's always good to see you.
Thank you.
Hey, it's going to be an honor for me to say this to you. Let me hear it one time.
My dog.
What was that? Oh yeah. Oh.
Let's go Giants.
Let's go Giants. Oh.
There you go, bro.
It's been a while.
Hey man, have a good night, bro. Thanks for coming.
Hey, real quick, can I just ask y'all a question?
What's going on?
Now we know that Kayvon is in his 3rd season, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we are not happy after this 3rd season with his performance, should we start thinking about that 5th year option? Do we need to let that go and let Kayvon walk, or what are we doing with Kayvon, y'all?
Right now, he hasn't earned the 5th year option.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Right.
With his position, this is still week 1. It's still week 1.
Yeah, I'm not going to let week 1 ruin Kayvon's what he has done. Okay, he hasn't been a big sack guy.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there, guys. You guys are we are listen, man. Listen.
Sorry about that, Alfredo.
This man Tibbs right now, to me, is our version of Eli Apple. He has all the potential in the world. But again, we took him very young, you guys. We took him after his sophomore year. He should be just coming out right now.
Dang it.
He has a lot to do to develop, man. And I'm sorry, we cannot sit here and say this is just a week 1 deal. Kayvon does not get pressure.
No. Last year, it took a while for Kayvon Thibodeau to take off. And off the top, I can't remember he got 12 sacks last year, right?
11 and a half.
That fell in his lap, right? Man. Those fell in his lap. I don't care what no one says.
Wait a minute.
The numbers are the numbers, bottom line. And that's what I got to go off with. but it took him a while to take off. So I got to see a lot more with him.
Same here.
And that's just my opinion. If you're asking me, I'm just going to give you my 2 cents. I think.
Can I say one thing about?
Well, hold on. I think Daniel Jones for me it's a different. I mean, this is 6 years in. New contract. This is a whole different topic than Thibodeau. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. So one thing about Thibodeau to me, and this is just my opinion, he like where are your secondary moves? When your first move doesn't get you home, where is your secondary move? And that's what I'm waiting to see, because we know he trains hard. He's always he works hard. But in the game, you do we know you like to do either the speed or the bull rush, and you're trying to you're using your distance, your arm length. But where is that secondary move? We know Brian Burns' secondary move is a spin move. But what move is Kayvon known for? The bull rush. I think that's all he has, right? Or either straight up speed. So
his get off. That's it.
I really hope he does it again against Satan. I really hope he does it again, this Sunday coming up.
That's all you know. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
right,
that's what I wanted to get to. So, have a good night. But I'm saying this because it's the command.
So hold on,
it's the command.
I gotta go to work in the morning, brother.
All right, man. Hey, Logic, thanks for coming on, man. Yeah, let me hear one time, brother.
Let's go, Giants! Ow!
Hey,
later, brother.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, let my brother finish his point. Hey, let him finish his point.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so this week coming up is the Washington Commanders, and we know for some reason he goes off against the Washington Commanders. So
yes,
how like if he does go off against the Washington Commanders, how many of us believe that's going to be real and that's going to take it to the next level for the
now? Wait, are we talking about Jones or Thibodeau?
I'm talking about Tibbs. Jones does go off too against the Commanders. He does go off too against the Commanders. I wish he does. I mean, I wish he would. I still root for the Giants. I want them to win. But yeah, I'm curious to think what everybody else thinks about Thibodeau. Is it
so? Dash. The funny thing is that you mentioned his second move. That's not the first time I've heard that. That's not the first time I heard he doesn't have a second move. All he has is one move, and that is the bull rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe he's still Wink's guy. You know what I mean? Maybe that's still. I don't know. I don't know the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming.
I mean,
probably
because they're saying that. I mean, it was cross mixed when Wink was coaching him. He either gets the numbers or he don't. And then apparently with this defense, what Bowen is it Bowen?
Shane Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen with this defense. He's supposed to flourish, and I'm waiting to see that. I like Thibodeau, and the thing too with him. At what point, I think Dable might be like, okay, the media is not allowed in the locker room. Because if the guy kept pressing Tibbs.
Because it's a valid question, man. That everything that he asked him was valid, bro. And Tibbs got salty because he doesn't have a slick answer to come up with. At the end of the day, man, we gotta call football, and you get paid millions of dollars to do this, and you can't be asked a question about your performance. That's wild.
Well, no, I'm not. What I'm saying is, the guy kept pressing him.
About 0 sacks.
If I see Kayvon, I'm gonna ask him the same damn thing.
So, okay, let me ask you this though. Right? Giants way. Let me ask you. You played football before, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, me too. You haven't had. I know you've had bad games, right?
Yes.
And you know for a fact when you come in that next day on film day, you gonna get your ass handed to you.
Yes.
So at the moment, like you're already trying. I don't know. I don't want to speak for you. I'm talking about me, right? I'm not gonna speak for you.
I got you.
And for the moment, like, of course, I only have high school, and I played a little semi-pro in Germany. And when I had German reporters come to me, I didn't speak German, so that was my excuse, right? But to be fair, I didn't have that many bad games playing semi-pro. But anyway, I digress. When I played high school football, I didn't get interviews, but in my mind, I'm like, I missed this handoff. I threw this pick. So and so fumbled. I couldn't hand it off. I'm already in my mind going through how I could have done better. And you got this reporter, and you're already in the mood. And let's not forget how we played last year. And he just kept pressing him. I know for a fact Tibbs was like, I want to knock him out. I mean,
Was that Pat Leonard that did it?
No. Was that? I thought that was Jordan Renan. That was Jordan Renan, though, right?
Oh, I think you're right.
Was it Renan? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because I just want to say one thing though, because like I said, the people that follow Jordan Renan, he does have ulterior motives. He wants to make it to ESPN, and if you follow him this offseason, he wants to be on. He's already with ESPN, but he wants to be on ESPN. And if you notice him this summer, he's been very, very critical of the team, right? And so when I saw that interview or just that post game, it wasn't about the question. It was about who was asking it. Because he said anybody else, and he looked at somebody else, and that same person pretty much asked a similar question, but he was willing to answer that question.
What's the extent of that?
So I think that had something to do with the person that was asking the question, not necessarily the question that was asked.
I think Tibbs.
That's kind of what I'm leading to. That's what I'm trying to say here.
I think Tibbs brings it upon himself sometimes too, but because if you take the situation of him talking about the whole Saquon thing after that was all done,
remember that
he's opening himself to stuff he shouldn't be talking about. So when you go and you're sitting in a press conference, reporters, no matter who it is, are going to feel open to whatever the hell they want.
This is when they were in the locker room.
You're going to be that guy.
Yeah,
that wasn't
Yeah, this is when they were in the locker room and they just kept.
I know this thing.
They kept poking the bear.
Yeah.
I gotta ask this question.
And he was benched. He was benched. He was benched too.
Yeah. I gotta ask this question. I know it's only week one, but I'm getting a little bit of a sense of, and again, I know it's early. Because I watched the first half. Something inside me said, because they brought up Wink, and I'm going, what I'm seeing right now, would that happen under Wink? And I'm not just talking about the defense. I think the problem wasn't Wink. I think Dayball's been the problem.
Oh.
I think Dayball's been
Bill Belichick is coming.
I'm not discrediting Dayball.
Right.
Bill Belichick is coming.
No, what it was, I think I saw it.
We don't want Belichick.
I want
Instagram. I saw it on the Instagram, and they were saying that Dable is running out of people to blame. Dable's running out of bodies,
that's what I heard.
Wink was horrible. He was this. He's gone. The special teams coach was this. He's gone. The offensive line, he's gone.
It was bad though. Let's keep it a bean.
Keep it about. It was bad.
Sneaky, you on to something, Sneaky? That's right. All your scapegoats are gone. Just like I think the same thing with Harbaugh at Baltimore. You got rid of Wink. You got rid of the OC. Now you're still losing.
Yeah,
it's the same situation. I think it's
you got to put two and two together.
They blamed it on Wink, right?
Yep. Bobby Johnson.
Now you had players.
And Bobby Johnson, yeah.
Xavier McKinney,
yeah,
was touted as basically saying he didn't bring up Wink's name. He kind of alluded to that, right? Was it really Wink now? Because now you're talking about Sneaky was talking about a player that walked out of the locker room with his eye makeup on, didn't take a shower. That's obviously frustration with something that's going on. I don't think it's just with his play or non-play. It's something within the team that's not working right. That's because I just, for the love of me, and again, I think Dave's for now could be the guy, but it's starting to make you think, doesn't it? Like it's coming from somewhere. And it's not getting fixed. That's the problem. Nothing is getting fixed.
At some point,
I think when you're losing, yeah. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Dash. Go ahead.
I just said I think when you're losing, it makes everything worse. Anything that's bad, it magnifies it, and then
it becomes toxic.
When you're winning,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's what it is. Because same thing when the first season, when Brian Dable was always a yeller, always a hothead, but nobody cared when we were winning. Then last year he's a hothead, and everybody's like, "Well, he's a hothead." And this year it's just like, again, like you said, Big Blue Ant, it's the first game. I'll chalk it up to that. But once we get into this next game and the game after that, I think we'll start to really see where this team is trending, and then we can come right back here and have these type of discussions and really see what the hell is going on.
And I think with Dave's calling the plays, I appreciate that he took that step. Again, week 1 sucked. The play calling was horrible. Just everything was horrible. With him calling the plays, I think it takes away from him being in his players' faces. Saying to Daniel Jones, listen, we got to do this, because he's trying to move on to that next play.
He can't throw no more. He can't throw no more iPads anymore. You know.
Exactly, and that's the Dave, in my opinion, that's the Daves I want to see. I want them on the sideline.
I like that type of stuff.
Accountable at the minute they should be held accountable. You know, I don't expect them to have a full-on, fist fight and, Kevin Gilbride, the whole thing with Buddy Ryan and all that stuff. I don't expect that, but I expect him to call the players out at the moment they're doing stuff like that. With him calling plays, trying to be the head coach, trying to make sure his D coordinator has the right guys on the field.
He's not himself. He's not himself.
He's got no time. No. There's no time. And in my opinion, if Mike Kafka is your assistant head coach, which he is, let him call the plays. Dumb it down again for DJ if you have to. Let's make something happen.
I want to say at some point with Coach, if the ship is going down, he wants to be at the wheel. That's kind of what I'm taking it as.
Yeah,
but doesn't he's blaming other people?
I just think that is on his way, fellas.
And I would say this. I would say
we don't want Bill Belichick.
The coach and the offensive coordinator as one, right? With Dable calling the plays, I can see him still communicating with Jones about, hey, this was open. Look at this, that, and then at the same time, because that's why he has his coordinator. And I don't know if y'all remember on Hard Knocks, the reason why Dave's wanted this defensive coordinator was because of the stats that he had at Tennessee. I mean, he was top 10 in a lot of defensive stats, and that's what had him. I think it was top 4 in like yards or something.
I got a question for that.
About the team than it is the coach.
He didn't do his job this time. They had 100 yards on us, guys.
When you hold on, but when you bring him in, and he's ranked, I think it was top 5 against the rushing defense,
something like that. Yeah,
you don't give him you don't give him the same players that he had in Tennessee. Like look at our defensive line. It's Dexter Lawrence, and then who? Down in Tennessee, we can name about 3 or 4 guys on that defensive line, and everybody was screaming.
Davidson is booty cheeks, bruh.
We should have never got rid of Leonard Williams. We should have never got rid of him.
It was a contract thing for him.
Yeah, Leonard
it was a money. It was a money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Big Cat and Dex, they complemented each other.
They were like, they were good. They were good together.
There you go.
What about
and when you take
Damian Tomlinson, right?
That's another one. That was another one.
And Leonard, them two together.
Tomlinson was a money issue because he deserved to be paid, and the Giants weren't paid. So I understand.
He was balling out.
They also,
and it's the same thing with Leonard Williams.
They picked Leonard over Tomlinson that year, and you can say that year that Leonard got those 10 sacks. It was because of Tomlinson, what he was doing in the middle too.
Yeah.
And then we didn't see that type of dominance again until we got another nose tackle in Dexter Lawrence, and that was Dexter Lawrence's 3rd year when he finally, woke up and emerged and turned into something.
The Giants.
I'm gonna shout out a name.
D tackles.
What's up?
Real quick, I'm gonna shout out a name. Ty Robinson from Nebraska. My man is a dog. Please watch him. Please.
Okay.
We'll do.
My man is a dog in the trenches, bro.
They got a couple of guys on that Nebraska.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
My thing is, what about quarterback? I mean, okay, this is the first game of the season. I get it, but the chances of us.
I think Tommy DeVito could do it for us, man.
As far as drafting a quarterback, I think a person that we have a true shot at drafting a quarterback is Ewers from Texas.
Depending on where you want to get that quarterback,
top 5 for the draft this year, believe that.
We'll see. We're gonna
I don't want
see.
to talk about Texas right now.
Yeah, we don't
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, Ian, right? You don't want to do that.
Not right now. Not right
I
now.
wasn't gonna bring it up.
You gotta pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
A little
Pump the
bit.
brakes.
I already know who I already know who I want as a quarterback next year, bro.
Who's
Who?
that?
Let's get through September. I got a couple people.
Shador
I'm curious
Sanders.
to see
That's
what
what
Daniel's
I was
gonna
waiting for
say, though.
that. I was waiting for someone to
Oh
say
my
it.
Give me that
God.
boy.
I was
Give me
waiting for
that
that.
boy. Give me that
Bro,
boy.
we don't need
Hey,
Shador.
unmute.
I don't think we will be in play for
We got.
Shador. I
We
really
will.
don't.
We will be. We will be.
If we
Oh,
are,
Shador already
I
said he
mean,
don't want to play for the Giants. So his daddy already said he's gonna get him out of that.
honestly, man, I
his
think
daddy can kick rocks, right? His daddy is
this
getting them
rate-
killed right now in Colorado. What are we
At
talking
this
about,
rate,
man?
what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on
that's-
right
That's
now?
my guy, yo. That's my guy. right there.
Yeah, but
Listen,
he already said it though.
I would
Trey.
not be surprised if the Giants
Yeah,
have
he
the
did
number
say it.
one or
He did
number
say
2
it.
pick this coming year.
Well, top two.
I mean, at this rate, I feel that. I can feel that, bro. Like, man, I'm telling you, y'all, if
You
we
know what's
lose
gonna
this
happen, right?
game this week, man, I'm gonna be livid. I'm trying to tell you
TP.
guys.
He said
Exactly, TP.
talking about draft week 2 is bananas.
Bananas.
You know,
Oh, wait,
I
wait,
mean,
it's not
is it
even
though?
week 2 yet. We're
It's
week
not
1 and a
Is
half.
it bananas? Like, come on.
Oh man. Okay, Nelson said,
That's
bro,
a fact.
let
That's a
Daniel
fact.
let Daniel
I'm gonna
go.
say this. I'm gonna say this because I know
Go
folks
ahead.
been saying, go ahead and put Drew Lock in. I used to live in Denver. Drew Lock is not the guy either. The way they used to talk about Drew Lock in
Hell
Denver
nah.
is how we talking about Daniel Jones. So Drew Lock ain't the
I
answer
believe you.
either.
Hey, join
I'll
up,
say
TP.
give DeVito a chance, but and this is coming from a Jersey-born guy also. I don't think DeVito's the
Shout
guy
out to
either.
Jersey. Shout
Nah,
out to
I
Jersey.
think DeVito will make it exciting though. For real, I ain't gonna hold you.
James.
This is why I
Yeah,
like
but
Daniel.
we
He's
need more
entertaining.
than
He's entertaining.
excitement. I'll take the excitement if
For
wins come
sure,
along with it.
for
Well,
sure.
here's the difference. Here's my difference between Drew Lock and Daniel
Hold
Jones.
on.
And
Tanya
you're
said,
right.
Sully, I think this is for you. Sir, leave our emotional support group alone. We are already eating stale cake.
So here's my thing with
Man.
Drew Lock. And Sully, I kind of
Leave me
agree
alone,
with
Tanya.
you. But here's my thing with Drew Lock. He's still young. And the difference between him and Daniel Jones is Drew Lock has the ability to throw the ball out of there, has the ability to not stare down his first progression. So he has all that. So with time in the pocket, without even seeing him, I can
Seattle
say he's
Drew Lock was
probably a better
serious.
quarterback than DJ.
Right, but see, in Denver, most of the issue was ball placement. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, look at the years that he was in Denver and what they did. They really didn't make too much noise.
I think we should go after Hendon Hooker.
And I do think we are being, I love that idea. I love that idea.
But when are you doing that?
I'm trading Brian Burns.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's up right now, low key. Hey, I'm just trying to see.
Right now.
I just want to see what it's going to take.
I wouldn't mind that Hendon Hooker trade either. Honestly, wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah, that's Jalen Hyatt's boy right there too. Him and Jalen Hyatt
Brian Burns
automatically.
All right, so Tanya said, I'm gonna try and get these comments up here. Sneaky, see this one, but also, at what point do we decide to actually
They scared to do that. They scared, bro. They scared to do that.
And then hold on.
They're not going to. That's his scapegoat.
Way the Giants said, just know once we go with Luck or DeVito, there's no going back. Oh, we already know that.
And I'm okay with that. You know why? Because I don't think
TP join up, bro.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue. And then Richard says DeVito won't get a shot before Locke because of Locke's salary. Yeah, that's
irrelevant.
Again, that's
but
a
Locke is hurt.
way to think about it.
Locke is hurt though. We don't. Can he even throw all the routes? That's what Brian Dable said 2 weeks ago. He couldn't even throw certain routes.
But on the injury report from this past weekend, he wasn't on there.
Hold on.
He said
he wasn't listed as questionable.
He wasn't listed. Guess who else? Guess who else wasn't on that injury list? And we know he's injured. Micah McFadden.
Oh,
We
Yeah.
know he's injured. Micah McFadden was injured.
Mhm.
Like we knew he had a groin. We knew he wasn't ready, and they left him on. Like I don't even know. Is that something they're allowed to do? Leave people off the injury list when they actually know they're injured?
They're not supposed to
They
do
can't
that.
do that. Yeah, they're not supposed to do that.
Clayton is still on the concussion protocol, isn't he?
I
As
mean,
of today,
as
he
long
was.
as they
I
dress
believe he
him,
is,
they
yeah.
really can't. If they dressed him, they really can't say anything because they could
And
just.
they're
the
looking
game's
into
on
that.
Yeah,
the
And
table.
they're
you're
looking
right.
into that.
Yes.
They're looking into 49ers of what they did with McCaffrey. They didn't
Yeah,
put him
but
on the.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, they didn't put him on the report.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
because
seconds
now he's
before
going
the
to be out
game.
like 4 weeks. He's going to be
Mhm.
out like 4 weeks now too, right? 4-6 weeks.
Who, McCaffrey?
Yeah.
McCaffrey
Oh,
is, yeah.
wow.
They might-
I know so many people going to be pissed at work.
Well, then
that's
again, if you
yesterday.
look at,
But that
if you
running
look at
back
the
was
way
good
that
though.
Jordan Mason played,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
the guy.
man, Mason had a hell of a game last
Yeah,
night.
you can let him.
Well,
Well, and then
And that's the offensive line, guys. Come on,
the-
anybody
yeah,
can
100%.
yeah,
play
the
good
offensive line
behind
is
the
pretty
offensive
tough.
line.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And then asked him the question at the end of the game. When did you know you were going to start? Oh, he said Friday. I don't think they told him he was going to start Friday. I think they told him to be ready on Friday.
Right. Well, at least that's what they
I
said.
want to,
you know.
I want to go back to what TP Wade said. Like, obviously, we know if you bench Daniel Jones, you can't go back, and I think everybody is okay with that.
I don't think anybody
Like,
wants
if they make that decision, I think everybody's okay with that.
And they also said, well, Clue Head Pro, I hope I'm saying your name right. No, did he? The whole team would play for DeVito. He said the whole team would play for DeVito.
I mean, I think they playing for Daniel as well right now. I mean, there's no question that they playing. It's just the fact that Daniel has to get out his own head. He just has to realize that, look, they don't like me at all. So I might as well just throw it down the field, see what can happen. You never know.
I'm so glad you said that. So when I would play, right, and I'll never forget, there was one wide receiver, and normally QBs, right, I'm cool with my running back, my tight end, my receiver. I'm cool with everybody on the offensive side because we got to get along to go along, right? But for some reason, this wide receiver, myself, we just weren't vibing, right? And one game he kept bitching to me. I'm open. I was like, all right, cool. I purposely made an audible for him to do a 10-yard hook, button hook. Man, when he hit 9 yards, I roped that bitch. So when he turned around, it was right where it needed to be. Of course, he fumbled it, or he dropped it. And we had to go, we were 3 and out, and we got on the bench. And I told him,
he let you hear it, right?
I looked him straight in his eye and I said, don't be a bitch. You want the ball, you better catch the ball. And you know what? We was cool ever since. So the reason why I'm saying this, if Jones does feel that way, where the team, right, is feeling some kind of way with him, he got to just put the ball in their hands.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, if I throw you the ball and you drop it, that's on you. That ain't
and
on
I mean, listen, man, when they started booing this dude, I have never felt so bad for someone because I feel so passionate about him. I felt terrible, but to see him just not throw it when we have people open, man, like that's hard to not feel that way. Like
not only
I can't see the field.
That's your
not
job.
only did we boo this man, and Danny Alfredo, you saw it on TV Dash. Who else was at the game? Was it just
I was there.
I want 100.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jasmine, you were there too. When we
Danny Pennies,
we were
Danny
booing him.
Pennies.
We were booing him when it was the second offensive series. When we were on the 30-yard line. In the red zone.
Hey, this market here is not to be played with. These fans do not play, and they let his ass hear it. Like, straight up.
If you look at those two plays, if you look at those two quarterback sneaks, the first one I think was designed. I don't think that second one was designed. I think something happened where the play got blown up, and he just decided I'm going to go.
Where he went the other way?
Yeah.
Well, he got the second one.
I hope to God you're right. I really do. I
Or maybe
really
he had his Sam Darnold moment and saw ghosts.
Well, he has Sam Darnold moments week after week, play after play, day after day.
Giants way. Did you hear me when I said? Oh, by the way, I love your content, brother. I love what you do.
Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you.
Did you hear what I said when he left the field, and how the players kind of was trying to console him, if you will? Like the love for this guy is real. I want to defend him, but the best I could do to defend him is basically say what we were saying earlier, what I said earlier. If he does not beat the Commanders, then I don't have a dog in the fight.
It's the Commanders and the Panthers.
And as long as you've known me, and Danny, and Danny, as long as you've known me, have I said anything bad about Jones?
Man,
everything's been positive. It's been
brother.
positive.
You listen, man. You don't understand.
Please give me a reason. Please, help me help you, Jones. Please.
It was to the point where I literally be ready to fight people over Daniel Jones. Like that's how much faith I had in him. Like, and I still do have that faith, but it's just like, bro, you're killing me, my boy. I can't keep defending you, dog.
Listen,
I know you're sick.
I bought into that bag of magic beanstalk beans that he was selling after 22 when they had that playoff run. I bought into that. And boy, was I slapped in the face.
But I mean, the 2023, brother, we really have to understand that Evan Neal was the reason why. Like, that offensive line was terrible. Nobody could have operated behind that. No one. And then coming off an injury, with your neck or whatever, and then you tear your ACL, I think it was, or his Achilles or whatever it was.
Something like that, yeah.
Like, that's devastating, man. That is devastating.
Well, that's another issue in of itself, and it could be used to explain Daniel Jones, and it also can be used against him because of the fact that here comes a guy coming back from not one, but two major injuries, specifically for a quarterback that most quarterbacks don't come from. And even if you watch Daniel Jones run, yes, he's got his mobility back. Yes, did you notice that his speed wasn't there?
Well, the point is, I didn't see him on a long enough run to see his speed. Man, I mean, that's
that's because he's too busy throwing picks.
He's scared, bro. He's scared, bro.
Strong pick.
So, TP Wade, the Giant, this is his question once. He said, on a scale, and let me finish before you guys answer.
Oh, boy.
Let me finish this one. TP Wade, the Giant, on a scale from 1 to 10, what is y'all's confidence level going into the Washington game? Let me finish with DJ behind center. And then he says, before you answer, I'm just checking the temperature with everybody.
This man Tiffy funny, bro. Join up, bro.
Daryl,
come in.
Give me the number on a scale of 1 to 10. Give me a number.
7.5.
Well, 10 being.
Hold on, Alfredo. One at a time. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Daryl, give me a number. You first.
I have zero confidence in him.
Okay. The Giants way. Give me 1 to 10.
Hey man, I give my man a cool 6.8.
Okay, I'll take that. Dash, what you got?
I got a 4.
Okay. Sully.
I'm gonna go 2, and I'm being generous.
Alfredo, what'd you say?
Y'all are gonna think I'm suing for this, but I'm gonna go with a solid 7.5. And the reason why I say that is because, this is year 6 DJ. I mean, it's only like game 1. This is like what I'm keeping in mind essentially. But I mean, if you blow it this time, then that's it. I'm done. So yeah.
Danny, what you got? Scale 1 to 10. Okay, so at least that's not a negative. I'll take that. And what you
Gee, I think there's a reason you saved me for last. Now,
He knows what he's doing. That's why. He knows what he's doing.
Out there. I do not care who the Giants quarterback is. If we're getting wins and it's with DJ, that's what I want. Doesn't matter who the quarterback
real rap.
is. I want wins.
Real rap.
However, we have been saying that DJ, for the most part, owns Washington. Here's my issue, and then I'll give my score. Here's my issue. Washington got better. We didn't. That's why
their quarterback situation is better than ours.
my confidence.
They quarterback, but they defense.
Hold on, he still hasn't given me his number yet. Hold on.
My confidence in the New York Giants is 0.0.
Okay.
So you saying we gonna lose?
Me and the same boat.
No, I'm saying that's the confidence I have in Daniel Jones. Now there are other aspects of the game
that we could possibly
listen. Again, this is a situation where I want to be wrong. I'll be fine if I'm wrong, and for the next week leading up to week 3, I can walk around my chest out for a couple minutes and be all that. But if it's not consistent, poof, goodbye.
So before I even get mine, Tanya said, "Y'all will be nice."
That's not
You'll
true.
be nicer than me.
Not true.
That's
Tanya probably a negative 10 Tanya, right?
For me,
Tanya probably on negative 20.
So my confidence level with Jones, I got to give it a 5.8.
Wow!
Yeah, look at you.
You being negative.
Look at you.
That's a 6.
The fact that I believe he will. I believe the Daniel Jones that we know will stand up against the Commanders.
Don't use the Eminem phrase. Don't do that.
I'm just saying. His arms are shaking. He got. He threw up his mom's spaghetti, and he just got one shot, and that's.
Sneaky.
It's sweet. Hey, nice of that. I got bars.
Hold on. The moral of that song is you have one shot. DJ's had 6 years and nothing.
I'm talking about next week against the Commanders. That's his one shot. That's what I'm talking about.
I'll tell you this, Sneaky. If he does that, I will be both mad and happy at the same time. If he balls out against Washington Commanders, I'll be mad and happy. So
confused on what to do. But I will tell you this: if that were to happen, right, it's his job for one more week.
Who's week 3? Who's week 3?
I gotta agree with you on that stuff.
Week 3 is Browns. They got the Browns.
Cleveland.
If he has a great game, and by halftime we're up 2 touchdowns. I will still be bitching. I'm telling you right now. But my bitching will go from Jesus Christ, Daniel, what the hell are you doing? To Jesus Christ, Daniel, why couldn't you do that the first week?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He might be more comfortable on the road games. To be honest,
away from
that might be
away from the fans.
But so let me now. I want to gauge the room real quick before I bring my next guest on. He just popped on the backstage. I got a lot of respect for him.
Is he a regular?
Yeah, he's a regular.
It's DJ.
But I already know Big Ant. I already know Danny. Alfredo, in our division, I can't remember if we had this conversation. Who is the one team you hate the most?
It was definitely the Cowboys.
Okay, good.
No doubt.
Sully, who is the one team you hate the most?
The Cowgirls, most definitely.
Good. Dash. Who is the one team you hate the most?
The Eagles, hands down.
Yeah. The Eagles. I cannot stand them.
Well, hold on, Giants. Wait, Dash. Who's the second?
Dallas.
Okay,
it's
good.
The Eagles and Dallas.
Giants. Wait, since we know that, who's the second team that you hate the most?
Dallas.
Daryl, who is your team that you hate the most?
Dallas.
Okay, lady. Okay, before I
you're gonna ask me my second team.
Don't tell me Chris coming on. Don't tell me Chris coming on. Oh boy.
Who's your second team?
My 2 least favorite teams in the NFL are the Philadelphia Eagles and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow. I knew you were gonna say some smart shit like that.
Cowgirls in the street.
I want to show this real quick. Hold on.
I hate the Eagles.
Oh no.
I know who he's bringing on now.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you
Cowboy Chris. I'm not having it.
Dallas Cowboys.
I'm leaving.
Oh.
I'm leaving. Say,
he's gonna come in here.
he's gonna talk so much.
Well, first of all,
you're killing me, bro.
I appreciate all the love I just got. You know, I really do.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, man, that star is a rating, not a logo.
You know, that's an old joke. You're not being original, baby. You got to come with it. If you gonna get me, you got to come with it. Okay? Because when I see
it may not be original,
Marcus,
but it's
I
still a
gold
fly.
star for Marcus, baby.
What's up, Chris?
He said he got a gold star for what the.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if you, Chris. I don't know if you know. I actually yesterday when I was home, I actually saw Jerry on TV. He looks really good on Maury Povich, and yes, he was the daddy.
He was the daddy.
The daddy.
I did not come on to say anything negative about the Giants because y'all do it already. So you know why should I dogpile it? I'm just saying, hey man, I was thinking about, hey Sneaky, you didn't tell him. I was thinking about my homeboy when I was in Ann Arbor last weekend. And what did I do for him? What did I do?
Hey, and you know what, Chris? You are so right. I don't know if you guys saw it on TikTok, and I wanted to add it to the show, right? But and Ant is my witness. I was having some technical difficulties. That's why the show started a little bit late. Not because I was on CPT time or anything, but I couldn't get everything going the way I wanted it to. But yes, do you want me to say, or do you want me to tell them? You know, hold on a second. No, I can't because I'm on my phone on TikTok right now. I'd play it. Do you want me to say it, or do you want to tell them?
Good.
Chris, you there?
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, he went up to one of the greatest receiver of all times in New York Football Giants history, Amani Toomer, and Amani gave me a shout out. Hold on a second. I might.
Oh yeah, I seen that video. Yeah.
I posted on Instagram, and I wanted to add it, but damn it.
So when I was in Ann Arbor for the game this weekend, we were at Big Noon Sunday, Big Noon Saturday, and walking through, and everybody was like, "Hey man, Amari Toomer's here, taking pictures, giving autographs, and everything." And I said, "Hey, New York Giants guy, you know, hey, no problem, you know, I go holler at him." Went up to him, and I said, "Hey man, I need a favor." I said, "Man, can you give my boy a shout out? He a big Giants fan." He said, "Sure, I'll do that for you." So I'm thinking about you, Giants, while I'm in Ann Arbor, man. I'm trying to help y'all out. Okay,
I would have wanted Michigan to win that game.
I get the
that's solid, bro.
Yeah, y'all hate my team. Y'all, you know, everything sucks.
No. That's not gonna change. I love you,
right? But he'll at least get an invitation to the cookout.
Exactly.
You still invited to the cookout. But you know, rules still do apply. You don't bring nothing, you don't eat nothing.
So Chris is invited to my house on Saturdays, but Sundays he's got to go.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I would have wanted Michigan to win that game, but then again, Jim Harbaugh went to the Chargers. I mean, then again, you know, Michigan wasn't gonna be like that good. I mean, then that's how Texas ended up winning that game over the weekend. By the way, I'm a Rutgers fan, so that when it comes to college football, you already know. Are you rah?
That's my second squad in college football.
Squad of nice, baby.
Same.
Yep.
I got to root for the home team regardless.
Real quick. Go ahead, brother.
No, all I can say about Rutgers is thank you. They started college football. Thank you.
The birthplace, yep, that is true.
The birthplace
New Jersey.
So I was just gonna say, man, like for me, I just told a fan that somebody that I talked to on my channel or whatever is that I need to find another team to root for, a college football team, because I only cheer for the Giants, man, and I'm so tired of like not being able to enjoy football. You feel me? Like I gotta find a college team to cheer for, dog. Because man, like
You can cheer for the most
look,
winningest,
look.
the most
Rocky
winningest
Top,
collegiate football team is the Michigan
Giants way.
Wolverines.
I want to tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this straight up, right? What you need to do is do what we all do.
Oh wow!
Right?
Go blue, baby.
So right now,
Go
what we
Vols,
do is
baby.
we take our lumps on Sunday, and then you come to the show to talk about those lumps, and then that's how we get through this season.
Nah, bro.
That's how we do it. But if you want to stay in the
roll tide
blue fashion, then it'd be good to root for Michigan. Although keep in mind this is a different team from last year.
Somebody said, "What about the Longhorns?" I got something for the Longhorns. They only have two things in Texas: steers and
we'll just
bro.
Steers and SneakyG man because I'm in Texas. So
Hank, you could be in the worst situation. You could be 0-2, man. Fucking, I'm a Nose fan, and our playoffs hopes are already done.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Nah, the fact that
you guys are
y'all
0-2?
got like bodied by Boston College, like
this is how
kind
bad
of a
the
disappointment.
Giants
Hey, I just brought it up just I don't want to talk about it, really, man. I'm still crying in my Cheerios.
That's all I'm saying about it. That's it.
Tanya said what I was thinking. Hold on, I'm trying to get her comment up here.
What she say?
She said,
Facts.
It's like AA for Giant fans. Let the anxiety commence, and we go around the room and we share it. We share it twice a week. Yeah, I'd be like, "Hi, my name." Everybody, play along. Hi, my name is Sneaky.
Hi, my name is
Hi, Sneaky.
Thank you.
AKA
That's what
Stefan.
I didn't know. My bad. I didn't know you in AA. I didn't know. I'm just
AKA Stefan.
my bad. Yeah, right. AKA Stefan. Like, hi, Stefan. So yes, there's some truth to that, Tanya. There's some truth to that.
I actually came on to ask one question, if it's true or not. That's all I want to know. Is it true or not?
Let me guess. How about them Cowboys?
Did y'all boo your quarterback walking to his car?
Yep.
They didn't boo. They didn't boo.
I didn't.
But
a lot of people
I wasn't there, but
I just went
They
straight
harassed him.
right after the game ended. So I mean, I didn't decide to stop by. So
They harassed him to his car.
I have a reputation to uphold as being an asshole.
The short answer, yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was
I love Giants fans.
Look, I was Chris to answer your question on my end. No, I didn't. I did not. Because I was there when he walked to his car. And you know what? And I got to give credit to Dable.
He gave him a hug.
And I wanted to. I really did because I felt bad for the guy.
Hell yeah, you feel bad for him.
I don't play better.
There you go. F your feelings.
It was rough to see him. He had that. You could tell he was disappointed. You could tell. Oh yeah, and like Tanya said, they were burning his jersey. And actually at this point, Jones should call Dak and see how to deal with that type of hate because Dak gets that every year.
He doesn't win them, but he makes it.
Something weird is that on my way back to the car, the bridge that leads to American Dream to MetLife Stadium. On the way, I heading the opposite way back. I saw on one of the overhangs that someone threw their Daniel Jones jersey on, and it just stayed there. It was kind of hilarious when you think about it. I'm like, dude, that's
they're already giving up, bro. It's a wrap.
Yeah, literally their whole mind is just this sound right here. Frustration. Literal frustration.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can add another person on here. Let me see if I can add.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he's
now
That's
you want to
it.
hop on as soon as I'm finna get off. Hey, fellas, my phone's finna die.
Yeah,
I gotta hop off this thing. Hey, if y'all boys want to reach out to me, man, on TikTok at the Giant Way, you guys can reach out to me on there and on YouTube. But I gotta hop off, so I'm gonna sign off.
I got you,
All
brother.
right, brother.
I'll be off. I'll be
Now,
off.
just so you know, and I don't know if you know this already or you cut along. Let me hear it one time.
I'll be heading off as well. So
let's go Giants.
Yeah, I gotta go.
And they gotta say, "Ow,
ow,
ow." All right, y'all boys, be smooth, man. TP, I'm mad at you, brother. You came on too late, dog.
My fault, man. My fault, man.
I think he stubbed his toe with that one.
I'll holler at you later, man. Be good."
All right, yep, y'all boys, be smooth.
The side of the bed. The side of the bed.
Alfredo, you got to dip out too.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I mean, I got like another job. You know.
Oh
do my
yeah.
own thing. I'm about to say like I actually have a good job for once too, and it's like close by to where the Devils play hockey. But that's what I got to say about that. Y'all continue your thing, and I'm just hoping we have a better outcome than we did last season. Somewhat like I'm just at least hoping for like 7-10. That's it.
I want to be 1-0 on Sunday.
Alfredo, can I ask you a question?
What's going on, man?
In your spare time,
oh yeah,
are you a cattle auctioneer?
Am I a cattle auctioneer? Yeah. Is this about my voice again?
Yes. Dude, that is a sexy cattle auctioneer voice, bro.
Yeah, if only I can, like, if only I can let my syllables flow, like, as fast as my lips can go, like, that's gonna be impossible. But either way, I'm out. And
right,
for the freaking longest time since I've been on here, let's go Giants. Ow!
I appreciate you, brother. Be good.
Later, brother.
Yeah, I got a dip too. I want to hear what TP Wade has to say.
Yeah, TP, man. Hey, yo, it's been a minute. I'm glad you came on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good to hear from you.
Man, I'm just glad to be in a space where like there's Giants fans that's smiling right now. I didn't know that was a thing. So
you didn't know that was a thing.
I'm smiling, but I'm like crying inside.
Right, we smiling at our misery.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about right now. That's what makes us a family. Misery, as you know, misery loves company. So welcome.
There's a whole lot of damn misery in here. I tell you that right
You got that right.
I feel wonderful.
So,
I bet you do. I bet you do.
I know you got to
Hey,
go.
don't worry. That wonderful feeling of fade once the playoffs hit.
Let me just.
Let's talk about making it to the playoffs, okay? You just make it. Make it to 500, then we can talk, okay?
Anyway, we're gonna go on with our lives. TP Way, TP the Giant. Well, what's up, man?
Listen, I know that this is a difficult time to bring up QB1 Daniel Jones. I get it.
He's awesome.
Right? Now I'm a Daniel Jones guy, okay? Now, I know, I get it. I get that nobody right now wants to hear any positivity when it comes to that. But my only thing is, and I'm glad this is like a panel with nothing but G-men up here, where I can kind of gauge minus one.
Except the one.
Minus one, of course. My big question for y'all, well, y'all kind of already answered it for me, but my honest question, and I want to get your truth of all truths. Do y'all really feel like Tommy DeVito or Drew Lock can do any better than Daniel Jones?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
100%.
DeVito, but not Lock.
I would go with.
Yeah, me too. I would go DeVito before I went Lock.
But they're not going to do that, though.
Man, so y'all really think he did that bad, huh?
Man, he's been doing it.
Dude, it's been 6 years, bro.
I'm gonna go on record again.
All right, so hold on. Let's and you go first this time. Do you think Luck and DeVito can do better than Jones? I think we have an answer. Danny.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Daryl.
It's rhetorical, yeah.
I do.
I'm gonna say, Daryl, if you do what Ant does, I can't tell. So, you know,
I'm going.
okay. Sully, what's your insight?
So, like I said, I'm gonna go with DeVito before I go with Locke. But yeah, definitely DeVito will do better than Jones. He'll at least throw the ball down the field.
Right. Dash, what you got?
To answer the question, I'll say no. But the other part is I don't care. I need to see something different.
You know what?
I don't think
Chris, I want you to answer,
better
Chris.
than Daniel Jones.
No, Chris ain't gonna answer.
Nah, we don't need his answer.
He's just fine. Let Dash finish. Dash, finish your thought.
All right, go ahead, Dash.
No. That's all. That's all I was saying. Do I think Tommy DeVito or Locke can do better? No, but I don't care. I need to see something different. That's it.
I'm trying to add him back. There we go. Dash, I think you got my notes. I think because I was going to say the same thing. And I might get slammed for this, but I'm gonna say it because what I'm saying is fact. I'm gonna say it because it's fact. Whatever reason there was, he was picked sixth for a reason. Okay, for whatever reason, DeVito was not selected in the draft. Right, I'm throwing it out there. Luck, for whatever reason, he was drafted, but then he was traded. Okay. So, but I'm the same thing with, I'm the same. I think the same way with Dash. Like, no, I don't think they could do. I think they're limited in their success. I think they can provide some kind of excitement, some kind of hype. But I'm tired of losing. That's just the bottom line. I'm tired of going into a game and realizing, we might not win this one.
So we will win with DJ. That's what you're saying.
So
I'm not.
So,
I mean,
I think the better question to ask is, do you think we have a better chance to win with DJ?
I know for me, I did a lot of reflecting this morning, and I think I come to terms that I have to get 2022 and that Cardinal game in 23 out of my head, because that's when I think of DJ, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm not hoping for what we seen yesterday. That's not, when I think of DJ, that's not what I'm hoping to get out of him. And so if I can get that DJ that we have seen once before, then that's when I can tell you I feel good. I feel confident.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of the disconnect. Is I think a lot of people are kind of like, man, look, that DJ is dead and gone. It's not happening. And then, you have that other side to it where it's just like, we don't know just yet. Let's give them this Commander game. So it's just a gray area.
You know what, TP, you what you said, I felt that. And for me, it's not so much the 2022 season or the Cardinal game, which I was there. I was there when I saw that DJ play. What I was thinking, it was just one play for me that I fell in love with the dude, and he showed me potential. And I know Ant and Danny are gonna be tired of me saying this, and it was in a game that we lost. It was in 2022 when we played against Detroit, when it was 3rd and 15, and he stepped up in the pocket and delivered a bullet in the middle of the field to Hodges. Say what?
No, I was trying to think about where you were going with that.
I'm just saying. And I mean, and he converted the first down, 3rd and 15. He converted the first down.
Hey, Sneaky.
And I think I need to get that out of my head. And then,
Can I bring some negativity to what you just said?
What's up?
Even a broken clock is right.
Wait. Say it again.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say negativity. No, No.
Well, I
So
mean,
I do.
Let me say,
y'all wishing for something. Y'all acting like in those times that this man was consistent. He's doing the same things.
He is consistently bad.
Yeah, well, that part.
or consistently inconsistent is what he is.
Or consistently non-existent.
Yeah, there you go.
That part.
Well, no, he definitely exists. Otherwise, how would the other team score points?
Well, I mean, those other teams actually have capable quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Can I sum up my feelings real quick about it?
TP fell off, yeah.
Before I get off. Yeah, he did. He fell off again. But how I feel about it is similar to how in 2019 when we had Eli Manning, we had Daniel Jones, and it's the same type of feeling. I was like, if I'm gonna lose games, I'd rather lose with a rookie. And that's when I was thinking about Daniel Jones. We lost those first two games with Eli. Now I'm like, if we're gonna lose games, I'd rather lose games with Tommy DeVito or Drew Lock, because I already know that I'm losing games with Daniel Jones.
You know
and that's
what?
how I feel right now.
That's not a bad point.
Process of elimination. You know what you got now. You know it's not working. So you got to listen, at this point, if Giants fans can cheer for the 30 seconds that the new starter comes out, whether it's Locke or DeVito, is probably the most excitement we're going to get all year. So I'll take any bit of excitement I can get.
Yeah.
So
I got to go, fellas.
Dash, I appreciate you, Sam.
Good
let me
seeing you, brother.
let me hear one time, man.
You know what it is. Let's go, Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, brother.
Later,
Be
brother.
good.
I do too, Sneaky. Look, man, this is my first experience at an AA meeting. It was an enlightening.
Was it eventful? It's eventful, right?
I never been to one, and I feel bad for you guys, man. If you need a shoulder to cry on or someone to talk to in confidence, just call me.
Nah,
put your number across the screen.
We ain't gonna do that because you're gonna be calling soon. Don't worry. About 16 more weeks, you're gonna be hollering at us. Yeah, man. You know, Dak, he just ain't get right.
Chris, don't worry.
These guys may need a hug, Chris. I need a bigger hug because we're Michigan fans.
That's true.
Well, Chris,
it's gonna be a long season.
Chris, don't worry. I got your replacement.
Oh, Jesus
Christ.
I'm out of here.
Well, look, I got a boogie. Hey, as I always say, Dallas Cowboys for life. Let's go Giants. Ow.
Be good, Chris. I'll holler at you, man.
I'm gonna take my camera off.
we went from bad to worse.
How you guys
now, just so you know, Kurt, we're not gonna be, because you're coming at the end of the show, so we're not gonna be on too much longer. Just say what you gotta say.
You only got 1 minute.
And say the outro, and then we'll catch you.
On a fucking I've said it since 2020. I said this guy is not good, and you guys continue wanting to argue, saying, "Oh, what about that breakout year, bro? It's been year 4, year 5. Like, come on, bro. It's over, bro. It's over. You gotta get.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Not blown out, buddy.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Cares.
Hey,
listen. You like that kid that's on the other side of the tracks, and you don't get to talk about my brother. Only I get to talk about my brothers. Okay, so you don't know.
Hey, there's some truth to that.
What are you talking about?
Well, hey, Kurtz, I'm glad you came on. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a serious question. Now, we all know Dak got paid. Okay, Dak got the bag. All right.
Yeah.
Now, I want to hear it from you. These next 4 years, because I don't. This is his final year,
and he gets through.
And then this next contract kicked in.
Yeah.
First off, Tanya says, "Sneaky, what did we do to you?" This is why we can't have nice things. Tanya did absolutely nothing. Absolutely. I wanted to bring Kurtz on for this one question. This one
As if we're not being punished enough.
Right.
You know what? Yeah. Why not? Beat a horse while he's down. Kurtz, in the 4 years of his new contract, not this year.
Yes.
The new one.
How many Super Bowls you think Dak's gonna win?
I can't say that.
You can't, or you don't want to?
No, I just can't say that because it's fate. Like, you don't know.
Okay. How many?
I know.
I've been media trained. I'm not stupid.
How many conference
trained.
championship game appearances
Wait, what
do
you
you
say?
think he'll have?
Honestly, that's how the chips roll on his side. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it takes some luck. So we need the luck to go in our favor. I can't give you a estimate number, but I mean, he at least has to reach one conference championship if you're going to be the highest paid quarterback.
That's fair.
fair. That's fair.
Okay.
He can't even get past Brock Purdy.
But he's
That
still better than
is,
DJ.
Bro, why are you talking? Your team just got fucking your back blown out by the Vikings, bro.
Ant, or not Ant. Zone, please
go
come
start
on if you can. If you can.
And so, like,
Hold on.
You said Zone? Zone? I haven't seen Zone in a minute.
Yeah, Zone. I would love to see Zone come on right now. Yeah, we're in a bad spot, Kurtz. And
I think you're gonna get that QB out of Oregon. What's his name?
you mean
again?
out of Oregon right now?
Yeah, he's at Oregon right now. He's playing hella good right now. I think he's going to the draft this year.
Listen,
Nah,
at this
I
point,
only
I'm
want one
thinking high
guy.
school.
It's like I said, I'm still trying to be positive. I'm just trying to.
Hey, Danny, that is a true story though. He's not
Alright,
going to
Sneaky,
come
I
to
gotta
the Giants.
Let's go.
All right,
I'm still
Sam,
hoping. I'm keeping hope
Kurtz, I
alive.
appreciate you coming on. Let me hear it one time, man.
Okay.
Oh wait,
He said it. He said it, but we were talking. No,
Oh,
listen,
okay.
You vouched for him? Okay.
He vouched. He
but
vouched.
did say
He
it.
vouched.
did say
He
it.
vouched.
All right.
Oh, you kicked him out, Sneaky?
No, he said it.
No. He dipped out.
He said the outro, but we were all talking when he said it. I heard it.
Okay. All right. Hey, that's cool. Sorry, I had to dip. Let's go. Okay. And then, yep. Nope. You're good, Kurtz. You're good. You know what? I'm gonna say this about Kurtz. Kurtz, I hope you hear this.
Yeah, he's a
no
cool dude.
matter
I like
how
him.
you feel about Kurtz, he shows love and respect to the show.
Yep.
And it is, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that because he don't have
That's
to.
my dog.
He don't have to.
I'm an old gambler. I still love you, Kurt.
I don't
Like a
know
step-cousin.
if Zone is let's see. Because he let's see, he was like, hold on.
I do have love for Kurtz. He just knows how to push my buttons.
Yeah, that's
I know.
Oh shit, I shouldn't have admitted that.
Can you
No, you
you
shouldn't.
can't see the comment, can you? Nope, because I didn't hit.
Wait.
Yeah, this laptop is like Zone said, hey, Sneaky, just saw your tag. I'm down to hop on. Yeah.
Tell him, bring him on. Bring him on.
Yeah. We can hang on for a little bit.
Bring the wide lens because you ain't gonna fit in the screen. You're tall as shit.
He's like 7'4".
He's like 9
We in
foot
overtime.
tall.
No, dude, yeah, he's like tall as shit.
So
y'all did hear me earlier, though, right? Y'all did hear me when I said Bill Belichick is coming. Y'all heard me, right?
Yeah, he's gonna sign a 1-day contract and they're gonna retire him. Yeah, it's great. Perfect.
And he's gonna wear his red jacket. His red
Come
jacket.
on, Sneaky. What? I mean, not Sneaky. Come on, Ant. You don't believe me?
Listen, I love Bill Belichick, but his time is done, bro. He's done.
You don't think he can coach anymore?
3, 4, 5. Okay, look, we got
I don't think we'll
everybody.
change anything on this team.
Now, well, since we have some time to spare, I do want to just throw this out. Now, we all had a $10 bet on who was gonna score the first touchdown.
Let it ride because I don't think it's gonna happen until like week 5.
For some reason, Gano was not picked. So, we didn't know that he was the only one that was going to. Now, my question for you guys, my question for y'all, do you want to double it and then pick, or you want to just call it like it is?
Let it ride because by the time somebody scores a touchdown, if we keep doubling it and rolling it over, we're all going to be broke.
So keep it at $10, right?
Yeah.
I'm down for
somebody
that.
else wants to
And
opt in.
and we're not changing no alibis. We're not changing anything.
Nope.
I'm
Same
keeping
guys.
that single. I'm keeping
it?
this Singletary. I got Singletary.
So let me refresh. Let's revisit the room. Okay.
You still got the list?
Right here. Oh, I got it right
okay.
here.
All right.
Taking
All right.
notes.
So, and you got what'd you have? Wendell.
Yeah.
Wandale Robinson.
Yep.
Drew, you got Drew's not here. Shit. So he has DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, you got why are you laughing?
That'll be the one that wins.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
Imagine.
he did pick
Hey,
him.
but wait, how would that work? Because if Daniel throws the touchdown to the
No,
receiver,
the
No, it has
touchdown,
to be
Quarterback
you
the
got to
sneak.
actually
receiver.
score it.
Like a quarterback
Whoever
sneak.
actually
Yeah,
scores.
okay.
we've addressed that. Yeah. So Drew had DJ. Danny, you got Singletary.
I see the
Right.
same
Yeah.
for my money.
Daryl, you're sticking with Hyatt. I got Neighbors.
I don't know about Hyatt after this
Tanya,
bad
she
game.
has
I
Slade.
know.
All right, here we
After this,
go.
yeah.
Without further ado, the man, the myth. Oh wait, hold on a sec. Hold on. I got before I bring him in, I got to do this. Hold on.
Oh yeah, man.
This will be.
Oh yeah. How many years is that video, man?
Well, this was 2020, and this was my first time ever at MetLife.
Oh, is this?
Yo, after W, you already know. It's the man in the flesh.
Let's go, Giants!
Mr. Giants on top, you already know.
Mr. 9
Is
foot
that the one
tall.
where he walked up to you and
Mr.
said, "Hey,
9 foot tall himself.
Yo, what's up?
there he is"?
Yo, after W, you already know. It's the man in the flesh.
Let's go, Giants!
Mr. Giants on top, you already know. That's still one of my favorite videos of like any Giants moment I've ever had.
That was and you know what? There's so much going in the back scene too. I'll never forget. Nick pissed me off because I wanted to chop it up with you, and then he's like, "Come on, man, we could go." Blah, blah, blah.
What's up, Zone Man? How you been, buddy?
What up,
What's
bro?
going on,
Man?
Zone?
What's up, man? What's up, Danny? How you got, bro? It's
Was
been
good. Was good.
Sneaky
Everything
too,
good,
man.
bro.
We've been better.
Everyone, man.
What's up?
As
What's
you
up?
know,
What's
we've
up?
been better.
Oh,
So-
I
We've
can't
seen
even
brighter
start
days.
this, but-
What's your
Yeah.
thoughts, man?
So, well, hold on. Before we
yeah.
get into that, Zone, I saw your content, and you know me. You know me. Like the very first stitch I ever did of yours, I was like, just hold on. This is how we earn our stripes. And I'm going to echo those same sentiments. Just hold on. This is how we earn our stripes. Damn, we are getting a lot of stripes.
Yeah,
We're getting a lot.
It's crazy
I
because
think they brought out the new helmets like that.
Yeah,
It's got extra stripes on it.
no, it's crazy because I remember the first video you ever sent of mine was you said like there's better days ahead, and that was like 4.5 years ago. And I feel like nothing has happened since then.
Yeah, that didn't age well, did it?
That was
Wait, hold on. We had one playoff win.
That's true, that's true.
one playoff win since then.
That was a fluke, Sneaky.
It feels like
You know
it's
what?
crazy 'cause
It was a win. I'm gonna take it.
the playoff win feels like so long ago now. It's actually crazy. Like it feels so like it was yesterday, but also feels so long ago. It's such a weird feeling. But I don't think we've talked like it's been a while. Like since I even talked to like all you guys. Like so much has happened. There's something I don't even want to discuss, but you guys can already probably guess what it is. There's a certain running back that is one of my most hated players in the league now. So
Remain nameless. He's remained
yeah,
nameless.
we
right
don't
now.
talk
remain
about
nameless.
him.
He is known as 26.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'll
Devin
never
Singletary?
forget. Oh no,
Guys,
Singletary.
I'm gonna tell you, and I don't mean to cut you off, Zone. Every time someone brings him up in the office, I respond with this: Who? Who? From here on out, when people talk to me about 26, I don't know who this man they speak of.
I do.
It sounds like when I hear those words, it sounds like a respiratory, like a respiratory disease, so or an infection. I don't want to say disease because you can get rid of an infection. A disease you're stuck with for life. So, yeah. So anytime someone brings up
say his name. I won't say his name.
and you
but
cut me
he
off at a good
still
time.
helps out my fantasy league, baby.
See,
Yeah,
I will never. No.
Oh, my money.
Not even with that, Sneaky, huh? Not even with fantasy football.
The only green that counts to me is the green I put in my pocket, homie.
And of course, obviously, I don't judge. I'm not going to judge. That's it's your money. You have your reasons. But I have morals, and no, I'm not going to do that.
And they're questionable.
For now, yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably been the same way, Sneaky, but I was thankful that I was not in a position to draft him. I ended up taking Jamar Chase with 7th pick, so I was so glad I didn't get like 10 or 11 because I feel like I'd be staring at him and I'd be like in like a dilemma, like, oh my god, I want to win this league, but I just can't. Like it's over. Like I can't even look at him or root for him in the slightest. But
You can't look at him the same no more. It's like
it's crazy. It's crazy how someone can go from one of your favorite athletes of all time to like one of your most hated within a single move. Like that. That's what I really just realized about sports.
Eagles
Yeah,
fans
I stopped following him on Instagram.
I honestly believe that Eagles fans are in for a rude awakening because if you want to talk about him, I won't try not to say his name, but if you want to talk about him, let's talk about the last few years with the Giants minus the injuries. Okay, he's phenomenal the first half of the season, and then dies off at the end of the season.
I gotta ask, do you still have his jersey up?
I don't. So, what happened was it's crazy. I had a whole.
Wait. He said, see, what happened was, no. No, go ahead, John.
Actually, so so what happened was well, that's my like back home. Like I'm in college right now, but I guess like here in college, I actually had a whole wall flag of him. One of the worst purchases of my life. Oh, and I see Danny right there with the. Oh man,
I got him in both uniforms, Danny. I got him in the white and the blue.
I just got the blue. That's it.
I still have. I'm not showing his face.
Yeah, I see it. The wall flag's down in my college room right now. Like it's gone. But jersey back home. I mean, I still have it, but it's not like this doesn't hit the same.
I still got it too. I haven't gotten to my duct tape yet.
I got his jersey set. I got his autographed jersey on my wall still.
Yeah, me too.
It'll be worth some money, never.
So something happened this weekend that and I don't mean, of course, I don't mean the game that was unforgettable, and believe it or not, I froze. I saw Phil Simms in real life for the first time ever.
Wow.
And when I met Tiki, right? I went up to him, talked to him, no problem. All right. When I was already in my seat, because I was down there, taking pictures of everybody, and I was already in my seat, and I saw Phil Simms. Because he came out late. He came out, right a few minutes before the national anthem and all that. Because in the game, he came out with Eli, and they rang the bell, whatnot. But there was still time for me to walk down there, get his attention, get a selfie, and kind of, have my fangirl moment, whatnot. But I chose not to. I chose.
I'm proud of you, sir.
I chose not to go down there. I chose not to because of the fact I was afraid that I was going to be disappointed in the moment. And for the first time, I can honestly say, for the first time in my life, I did not take advantage of an opportunity. And the self-guilt that I have right now, I'm telling you, like right now, I'm like, I should have went down and said something, something. But
Can I enact how it would have went?
Oh my God, Ant! How do you think it would have went?
Hi, I'm Sneaky G, man.
Now it would have not have went that way. But I will say this: I did, and I didn't post any of my pictures yet. I did see Harry Carson, and and it was, I mean, he still looks good. He can still play.
I'm telling you right now, if I get to meet Jeremy Shockey, I'm fangirling the hell out of him.
Oh my God! Speaking of Jeremy Shockey, they asked the question, right? It was on the prompter. It said something about drafted 14th overall, rookie of the year. I'm like, who the fuck is this? First it said from Miami, and no. They said drafted 14th overall, Pro Bowl. So many Pro Bowls. Then they said from Miami, and I'm like, oh my God, Oh, that's shocking because they said 2002. You know, the people behind me, they said Bavaro. I'm like, Bavaro in 20.
You turn around and backhand them?
I'm like 2002. I'm like, yeah. You're right. You're right. No, Bavaro was out of the league way by then. And then it was Jeremy Shockey, and the guy got it wrong. And guess who showed up behind him? Jeremy Shockey.
What?
And he handed him a football. Bro, I would have lost my shit. And yes, I would have been like, you got a second?
You would have FaceTimed your ass. Yep.
Hey, I would have FaceTimed you, Ant. For real. For real. You know what?
That was our Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I would have squared it.
Hey, yo.
Oh, God,
no
Diddy.
No Diddy.
What? I'm talking about
Hey,
the freaking water hose. What are you talking about, bro?
Oh,
I would never.
All right, Sneaky, it's time to go.
Zone. How's college going?
Talking about the orange I was peeling. You guys were sick.
We gotta put that in the edit. We just need like a pause.
Yeah, we gotta.
That's gonna. I gotta.
Hey, it's after 11:30.
Tanya, if you heard that, just he was talking about his orange.
What happens on the
after 11 o'clock?
Yeah, it's
after whatever happens after the 2 hour mark. It
There you go.
now adult time.
Zone,
it's like the Pat McAfee show.
Are you a junior this year?
Yeah, I'm a junior in college. It's crazy. It's flying by. It's flying by. It's going
Holy
good though.
shit.
Flying by.
Junior.
Yeah.
And what's your major in?
I'm majoring in finance and business analytics.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna be running my checkbook when you graduate. Okay. You're just gonna.
I got you.
Man, I mean, Zone, I gotta like. I love the fact that you WTF. I still talk to Young K, McNugget. I mean, even Positive Philly. It's such a beautiful thing, and
he talks to us. We don't talk to him.
Well, I'm just thankful that I've been, in your guys' lives this long, and our relationship, man, it means a lot to me. And the fact that I'm seeing you grow, I mean, you're like growing up in front of my eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And this is truly a family. I mean, that's no way to say it any better than this.
You're not gonna start crying, are you?
No, not right now. Not right now. If I do, it's because I didn't say anything to Phil Simms. Like, why didn't I go down there and say something? I didn't even know what to say. That's my thing. I didn't. And you know what? I'm not going to say what giant
you should have.
I'm not going to say what giant I met and spoke to. And when I spoke to them, they kind of like, all right, man. They kind of, you can. I didn't have a good experience. I was going to say that, and I just didn't want that to happen. I didn't want that to be that, because then
Phil seems like the guy that would sit down and chop it with you.
No, and you know what? Everybody I spoke to, that's what they said. They said he is so chill, he is so laid back, And then I even said to him, I'm like, yeah, but
his son's like that too. I've met his son, Chris.
Very, very laid back, right? Very chill, Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I met Lawrence Taylor, oh my God, dude was humble. I was so nervous, and he was like, dude, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I met Leonard Marshall, it was like, when I met Leonard Marshall, it was like I was talking to my brother. I'm going to stop name dropping, but I don't do that. But when I meet the majority of the New York Football Giants of my day, I don't want to make them seem old. Everybody seemed chill, and I was shocked. Like, I feel bad to this day, the animosity I had with Tiki Barber. He is such a nice guy. I mean,
he FaceTime me. I'm at work. He FaceTime me. I'm like, what's going on? I freaking open up my phone and I'm talking to Tiki Barber. And it's not a football conversation. He's like, hey, where you at? You look like you're in the woods. Because I do civil engineering. I'm explaining to him what I'm doing. I'm telling him where I'm at. Oh, yeah, a buddy of mine lives over there, blah, 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 blah. It was like talking to a friend. It was the coolest thing, man. And I owe that all to Sneaky G, man.
Well, I only talked to him because of you. Because if I would have told you I saw Tiki and didn't say nothing to him, you would have called me a bitch. I mean, that's bottom line, you're like, oh, what's up, bitch? You know, I mean, I would never hear the end of it.
Sneaky,
So
honestly,
you say it's because of me, but yes, but it's because of you. So
honestly, Sneaky, I don't think like I feel like in a weird way, the animosity is the reason you got to really get close with Tiki like that. That's what I would say. Like just looking at how it's like come about over the years. So I wouldn't even have regrets about it. I think like everything just happens for a reason. That's really like just having the animosity is the reason you were able to have those even more better moments with Tiki. You know what I mean?
You're gonna meet Phil Sim. Just it wasn't the right time right there.
See, that makes me more mad
and that's
now.
how I'm looking at it too.
Because him and Tiki, you know, with the way Sneaky was thinking, him and Tiki were gonna, and he was perfectly fine with going up and doing.
No. I didn't. I knew it wasn't going. I knew we weren't gonna like butt heads.
No, I got that.
But the way that when I walked up to him and I'm like, hey, I have a podcast, and right when I said that, he was like, oh, sweet. You know, I said I have a Giants podcast. Oh, okay, cool. I said, but I'm very critical about you. Oh, okay. Like he was welcoming, and then I was like, and here's why. And we got into the conversation, and then he told me his side, and I'm like, damn, you're a nice guy.
And you know, with the Phil Sims thing, like you know what happened with me is like I feel like there's always another opportunity. Like okay, so for like me, remember when I first met, you know, like I'm not gonna say his name now, you know, Mr. Kevin Durant, football himself, but
oh shit.
Dang.
Oh, I love it.
Shots fired.
That was perfect.
Wow.
Hey.
That was perfect.
Wow.
Hey, Mr. Kevin Durant. That's
what we gotta call him, Sneaky now.
That's his name.
Kevin
Mr.
Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
There we go.
So when I first met him, so like I was like fanboying like crazy, like and I just high fived him, got it on video. But I was like, yo, I had my jersey on at the moment. I should have got it signed. And then like a few months later, I went to a game and like I literally I had like a crazy. It's sad looking back now because after what happened, but I had like a crazy interaction with him. I was like, oh, I remember your first touchdown, man. And he's like, yo, let's go up, say it right now. I was like, yeah, you know, you went 66 yards against the Jaguars week 1, 2018. And he's like, yeah, man, like good stuff, man. And then he just like signed my jersey. So it's like you always have another opportunity, you know, like it's like don't even like you don't even gotta worry about that. Like I'm telling you, I didn't think like I was like, oh, was I one chance? But it's never the one chance. Like if you make it happen, it will happen. So don't need to worry about that.
I mean, of course, I'm always manifesting, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, for me, I still remember your TikTok post when he gave you a high five, and you were like, he touched me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When I shook David Tyree's hand for the first time in Denver, that's exactly how I felt. You know, when I shook Tish's hand in Denver for the first time. Yep. And then when Eli walked right by me after I said, "Can I get a selfie?" and he waved, I'm like, "Oh my God, he looked at me." You know what I mean? It was like those moments you just want to cherish, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it's like it really is all just like the whole situation. It's just like I can't even like appreciate those moments as much after what happened. That's what really hurt me the most. I feel like because I feel like so much like you brought so many good moments that all were kind of just void or like not completely void, but you know, just like lost so much meaning within a single move. You know what I mean? That's what it was for me, honestly.
So I really appreciate Tanya. She says, "Sneaky, let's practice." Hey, Phil Sims, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, there you go. You got a picture with Jones. Got a moment for a photo. You will taunt anyone else, but won't talk to the one guy you want to meet the entire life. You know, there's some truth to that. You crazy once in a while lifetime moment. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right.
There's your boy.
Tiki, yep. I wanted to bring on a Giant on today, but actually, no, I'm sorry. I want a Giant to come on my show, but I don't think today would have been a good day. I really don't. Because I don't want those got you questions. You know what I'm saying? Like because I know the first question that's going to come up, what do you think about Jones? I mean, and God forbid, that's going to get screenshot and shown and all this. And I would rather the question be asked about the team than just one specific player.
But
Or
even if you ask that question, I'm pretty sure it's going to come back to Jones.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. But like, so how do you feel about Kevin Durant?
You asking me?
No, just the player. You know, and they won't even know what you're talking about. Like Kevin Durant. Yeah. How do you feel about Kevin Durant? How do you feel about it?
Oh yeah, you know. Yeah, and
Well-
we'll just have like our code names for each player. So Daniel Jones, I don't know, just make a code name for him and just ask.
We gotta think of a name for him, bro.
Yeah, I don't even know at this point.
Call
Was
him
that
JC Penny.
was that Tiki you showed before? Or was that Strahan? I couldn't tell. Was that? I thought it was Strahan for a second.
No, it was that was Tiki, and he also showed Jones.
We could call him Danny
yeah,
Cannell.
I thought it was
We
Strahan.
could call him Danny Cannell 2.0.
Danny Cannell. Well,
He's already-
Danny Cannell won us a division, so we can't really
Call him Danny Pennies.
And then,
you know who
but then-
Daniel Jones reminds me of?
Huh?
Ryan Leaf.
Wow.
Ryan Leaf. Wow.
Nah, because Ryan Leaf was a big Ryan Leaf was a big egomaniac. Daniel is not that.
Yeah, he's not that. Yeah.
I ain't
So,
talking about
wait,
the ego.
Tanya,
I'm
now,
talking about his play and all.
Call him Jamarcus Russell.
Yes.
Well, no, he was
No,
bad.
actually, Russell had an arm on him.
Daniel Jones might as well be a Hall of Famer
so-
next to Jamarcus Russell.
Tanya got a good question. Could we hold on a sec? I clicked the wrong one.
She means Chad Powers.
Hold on, here we go. So anyone else notice the amount of penalties in the game this season so far?
Yeah, they've been calling that illegal procedure a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Well, not only that, too many men in the huddle. Like
Yeah.
we were looking sloppy.
Hey,
But,
you
I
know
mean,
what,
some of the
though?
penalties that were
Across
called.
the whole league was doing it.
Well, I mean, okay, I get the kickoff. I get that, right?
That's horrible.
But some of these, like the too many men in the huddle, we had a couple delay of games. I mean, it's the little things that you would think be tightened up a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to blame coaching because you know maybe they need
they gotta do a lot with it though.
Well, I mean, maybe they need to put more emphasis in that in practice, but not so much on the delay of the game because the players got to do that. But as far as too many men in the huddle, that could be. I mean, everything could be coached. Let me just be honest. Everything could be coached. But for some reason, yeah, I don't get it.
Listen, I think penalties like that, especially with the first game, especially since it's widespread all over the league this year, I just think is a product of not having that fourth preseason game.
Right.
Think about it.
You know what was killer for me personally? I really thought we had some momentum, and then that Kayvon penalty, which was originally called on Brian Burns, was actually Kayvon. That face mask call, that was killer because we were down 2 scores, had a good defensive series, chance to get the ball back, and that they drove down the field after that and ended the game. That was like that was probably one of the worst moments aside from the Daniel Jones picks of the game for me.
Well, I'll even go before that. I'm going to say that passing interference call. I don't believe that was passing interference.
Yeah, I agree.
The league has to change the ruling because if the receiver jumps into the defender, how the fuck is that defensive passing interference?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's interfering with the pass, but because it's like when you shoot the 3 and you purposely, you know what I'm saying? When you're shooting a shot and you purposely land on the guy.
Oh, with your foot trying to make a foul.
Yeah, the foot. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and even when they
the Reggie move, the Reggie move.
The same play I'm thinking of. In the replay, they showed it, and A, his head was turned around. B, he was going for the ball, and if anybody made contact, it was the offensive guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
And that's why I think, and a lot of people don't disagree or will disagree with this. I think penalties should be reviewed sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. No, there's no problem with that.
do.
And some of them actually are because they had some assists from New York where some penalties were called. They picked it up because New York buzzed in and said, "Nah, that wasn't it."
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could have done that with that particular call, man. Honestly, I think the league got it in for us too.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like the Raiders, I don't want to. I don't want to. And you know what, Sully? I mean, if that's how you feel, by all means, brother, move. Keep it pushing. But I just don't want to sound like the Raiders. I got so many Raider fans. I love them. But God, dog, it's like every year, I hear the Tuck rule, I hear all that, and I'm like, yeah, I can't just. I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, but we're a big market. I want to believe that the league, if anything, they would be helping us out. We're one of the originals. We're one of the OGs in the NFL. They would want us. I mean, the office is in New York. They would want us to make more money, But yeah, I can't. I can't be a Raiders fan right now. I can't do that.
You know who has it out for us? Really, it's the media, 100%. Like I've seen so much, like they're like I saw more on Daniel Jones than you guys see that pick that Will Levis threw, that terrible interception, awful interception.
No, I didn't peep to know.
Exactly. That's crazy because Will Levis threw one of the worst interceptions you've ever seen. Like he was trying to just throw the ball like do like a pitch out to his running back, threw it right to the defender in the fourth quarter. But instead of seeing that awful play, one of the worst play of the week by far, where like all the media is pushing is these Daniel Jones like interceptions, which he played awful. Don't get me wrong, but there are quarterbacks that played worse than him, and we're not seeing it because the media just hates the Giants.
You're onto something because today I was watching. What was it? Good Morning Football, and they were talking about the worst team in football, and they didn't even mention the Giants. They were talking about
the Browns. The Browns.
They were talking about the Browns.
Yeah, I saw
that. They
were
talking about the Carolina Panthers. They were talking about other teams because I'm just like
they said who had a worse loss in week one? Who had the worst loss in week one? And it wasn't us.
Out of all teams. Because I'm saying like, great. I'm just waiting for them to say us. Because by that time, I had a lot of people come to the office and see if I was okay.
You know what, though? Here's the difference. And again, I'm not trying to take anything away from what happened week one. But here's the difference between the Daniel Jones pick and the Will Levis pick. Levis is in his second year. Daniel's in year 6.
No, I agree.
That's what makes it work.
I definitely agree with that. I just think that the amount like that it was being pushed out compared to like other like not even just plays, like the Panthers loss was not nearly as covered. Like that was terrible. Like way worse than ours. That was not nearly as covered as the Giants losses. Like it goes just so beyond just like even like one specific play. It's just even as a team. I saw a post on BR Gridiron today. They're naming one thing that each team should be worried about. For the Giants, they put everything, which is fair to an extent. But are you telling me the Panthers don't have the same thing? Like the Panthers had just like quarterback, like you know what I mean? Like there's so much that really just like little things that like other people won't notice, but us Giants fans will notice because you can tell that an agenda is being pushed to an extent. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, I do agree. Levis to be second year gets more slack. Daniel Jones year 6, still throwing like boneheaded picks, which frustrates me, but yeah, no, I agree with that. But there's also like a certain level.
I was thinking about this too with the relationship that the Giants have with the Carolina Panthers. It wouldn't be out of the question for the Giants to say, "Hey, we'll give you this, whatever. You want to let Bryce Young go?"
But that'll cause. I agree with you, and he's young, his second year.
Brian
I
Daboll
think,
was over there.
But you know what? And he's short. He's short. That's the problem.
Well, not only that, I just think it's not going to be a bonus pick. It's not going to be.
Well,
he was drafted number 1 overall. But they're already, huh? Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like,
would you want him or Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray.
I can see Kyler Murray.
He has he's got the numbers behind him and all that.
Yeah,
but I mean, if you're looking for someone,
and also too, he'll be
mold from the jump, then I'm looking at Bryce Young.
Well, also, Kyler Murray will let you know that he never lost a game in football or in high school football. 4-time state champ and Heisman. I mean, he'll tell you his numbers every week. Although he hasn't done shit in the pros, but I'm just saying he'll just tell you what he's done in the past.
But don't forget, he's always got baseball to fall back on.
Good for him. But I think with Daniel, if we're gonna upgrade, and like I said, to reset Dable's clock, I'm not saying he's on the hot seat, but like the guy said, he's running out of people.
So Sneaky, if they let go DJ next after the season, you think Dable's gonna be going with him?
No. I think Dable has, because I will say this: I don't think Dable got a fair shot. If he is still there, if he's let go after Jones, I will say I don't think in the quarterback position. I'll say I don't think he was given a fair shot because they have to draft a rookie quarterback this year. He would have done it last year, but they didn't have the equity. They didn't have to.
I know they tried though. They
didn't have the draft equity to do so. And now I'm curious, who are we going to give up to improve our draft stock? Because I think we just have one pick in each round, if I'm not mistaken. And no, I'm not talking about next year's draft. I'm talking about how many draft picks will we have in next year's draft. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it'd be malpractice to let go of a guy who just won Coach of the Year, like not even 2 years ago, before he even gets a chance to get a quarterback he wants. I think from Hard Knocks was very telling. You could see Dable's in his face when Joe Shane's were like, "All right, we're rolling with Daniel." Like after it was determined we're not trading up. You can see it in his face. Like I'm not saying he's like completely like he hates Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones had a good season on
his body language told it all. His body language told it all. Yeah.
Exactly. He's not his guy at the end of the day, and it's unfortunately it looks like he never will be. So I think it'd be malpractice to let him go without seeing what he can do with an actual quarterback that he gets from scratch.
And you can tell in his press conference he was already over that. He was already over DJ.
Yeah.
And we do got to keep in mind, Jones was there when Pat Schumer was there. Judd.
Yeah, it's not Dable's guy. Yeah, it's not Dable's guy. I understand that. Yeah.
I just want to make sure. I was looking at Ant the whole. I was looking at him the whole time, and now he's with Dable. So
they're calling him the coach.
And I was a defender,
and that's not Joe Shane's guy either.
What's up, Ant?
You got to see. This is the other thing. We had two of those guys. You mentioned Judge and you mentioned Shermer, right? Shermer was supposed to be a quarterback whisperer. Anybody remember that?
That was his name. Yeah, of course.
Then Judge came in. Then we had another quarterback whisperer. I'll give you a hint.
It's the clapper. Yep.
So didn't work. Any of them. So again, it's another
Tanya
situation.
says, I think you lose the locker room even more if you keep making these coaching changes and changing staffing changes.
She's right.
Just remember, we had a chance to get Flores, and oh my God, that's right. He was the defensive coordinator.
Yep.
He tried to sue the Giants.
Coordinator from Minnesota.
He tried to sue the Giants.
He wanted this one. Yeah. He's
still in process. Actually,
he wanted this one.
I think it's still in process. Like he's
chance to get Flores, and that is coming back to Hannes. Yeah, I forgot about that, Tanya. Good call. Well, guys, I tell you, go ahead and finish your thought. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say one of the big things about the Hard Knocks thing that I like the most. It has to do with 26, but it doesn't. Is what Shane said and what Shane did. It's something that should have been done from the get-go before we even drafted Daniel Jones, because Eli was dealing with this issue. And it's the issue we dealt with for so long, the offensive line. When you build a team, you build the offensive line first. And we did not do that. We were looking for, a number 2 pick overall to bring us to the promised land. We took a gamble on a guy that should have went late, first round and early second round, even late into the second round. We took him 6th overall. Like, all that happened, but Shane did the right thing. Do we pay Saquon, or do we do the things that we have to do to get this team to be better without that one superstar. And I think they made the right choice.
Remember I told you, Sneaky, even if we brought back 26, I still don't think he would have had a good season with us this year.
I don't either.
Definitely not. Because then where's the line?
I don't think so. I don't think they have.
So no line. Like the money
The
that
money
we
wouldn't have been
we
there.
didn't make-
Luminor wouldn't be here. Runyon wouldn't be here. I mean, again, they're all on short contracts. And that's another thing I like about Shane. He puts these guys, for the most part, on prove-it contracts. You want to be here? Yep. Show us. And then we'll come back around to the contract talk. I like what Shane is doing. Is he the greatest at draft picks? It still remains to be seen. He's had
still
some
question
good,
marks.
But compared to what we've had in the whole Gettleman era and at the end of the Reese era, I'm not killing Jerry Reese at all. He brought us 2 Super Bowls, so I'm not going to kill the guy. But he was pretty okay at best his last couple years. And then obviously the Gettleman thing didn't work. In fact, up until this year, Joe Shane had the basic job was to get us out of that hell, to which we are still paying a little bit. But the other thing too is that what a lot of people aren't thinking about is, let's take, like, we know Daniel Jones is a problem. Okay. I don't want to say he's the problem. I think that, but our defense ain't playing up to par. Our offense total isn't playing up to par. The consensus is, and like you're talking about the draft picks, I think money is going to be a more important thing. So like we had talked about, if they let Daniel Jones go, the cap hit is only $22 million. If we keep him
next year,
right?
Yeah.
If we keep him, it's $74 million. So you're looking at a difference of 47 million, 48 million. That money can be used to throw out at other players.
We could do a lot with that.
Because if you bring in a rookie, you're going to pay him a lot if he's the first or second pick, but it's still not going to be what DJ was getting paid, and you'll get him for 5 years.
Right.
So you'll have that time to develop this.
And plus, Shane said he likes the draft. He likes getting players through the draft more so than free agency. And
he's
I
a draft
really
guy.
Get that.
Yeah.
So I got OJ Miller, 860. Appreciate you watching the show. You've been keep watching this for a minute on TikTok. He said Jones should have went 3rd round. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And then I got Pop Tart. I got Pop Tart 221.6, 216. He says you put the top 3 wide receivers out there and DJ behind the ball ain't winning.
No.
I mean, if you look at the receivers that we have now, there's some dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Neighbors, Hyatt, Wandell, Slayton. I mean, Hodges, even Hodges out there too, which I didn't see him on the field.
Well, he's on the practice squad, ain't he?
Yeah, he's on the practice squad.
Yeah, he's still on. I know, and I don't have my reservations on that too. But I mean, what I'm saying is we got some wide receivers.
We just got to get them the ball.
We just,
and I think that's part of the problem. I think that's why everybody. So we can be mad at DJ, right? And we rightfully so. But what pisses us off and puts us over the line is they got him everything we swore he need for the last 2 years, 3 years, and he's still doing the same thing.
Exactly, and that's why I was one of Daniel Jones' biggest defenders for these past few years, and Sneaky, I know you were too. But that first game, like everything I've been saying over the last 5 years, get him in line, get him a number 1 receiver. That finally happened, and when that still was the same like product of what everyone else has been saying, that it doesn't matter, he's not a good quarterback. That's why I'm just like, I'm still trying to keep faith, but I'm it's just tough. Like I'm really just out on it right now. Like I don't know. It's a difficult spot because it's like the emotional attachment and like the hope is still there, but just being a realist, I honestly might have to admit it's more likely over than not for sure. But and I wanted to go back to a point that Danny brought up earlier, where he said that he's not Joe Shane's guy. I kind of find this interesting because I feel like when Joe that's true. When he declines the 5th year option, he's not Joe. Like Joe Shane basically telling him, "You're not my guy. Go prove it." But then when you give him the contract after that, I think Joe Shane kind of like it's basically accepting him as your guy. It accepts him as like
You got a
now
point there too, yeah.
you gave him the contract. He played. He you evaluated him. He played well. You give him that contract, then you are liable for how he does. You take like
Yeah.
it reflects on you how he plays at that point. So then that's because that's what being a guy is, right? That's like it's a reflection of your decisions. And right now, Daniel's poor play is a reflection of Joe Shane's decisions. And I think he deserves at least some of the blame for what's been going on in the Giants with the contract.
Well, and again, I agree with you, but again, that's why I say this year in the draft, if we're top 5, we're getting a quarterback. That's why I wholeheartedly believe we're getting a quarterback because of the fact we're going to get a quarterback that and Danny and Daryl and Ant's going to be tired of me repeating myself. That's going to reset their clock. That's going to give them at least Babel 2 more years.
2 more.
And then maybe, Shane a couple, maybe 3 or 4. Because, Mara, they're going to give him another chance of getting a coach.
And the other thing too the other thing for me is I agree with what you're saying, Zone, and I don't at the same time. And here's why. Because for me, Hard Knocks opened up another case, which is what I've been saying, that John Mara puts in too much of his own personal opinions. So when the whole Saquon thing went down, we saw what he was saying. I really don't want to lose him. I especially don't want to lose him to a rival, specifically Philly, he said.
Yeah, he would lose sleep.
Lose sleep,
and the way he said that was almost like he was saying to Joe Shane, do what we got to do to get him back.
Yeah.
And Shane basically put it out there like
he was giving like smoke signals.
Yeah, if we do this, we can't do this. That's why Mara was like, he's like, I kind of got to listen to this guy, but I'm going to let him know that I don't want this to happen. And that's why I think that Mara sometimes, I don't think he does it all the time, but sometimes he oversteps. Because I'm a firm believer in, and this is more specific about Jerry Jones, I'm a firm believer in the owner should be the owner and the guys you hire should be making the decisions. If you don't trust the guys you hire, you need to get the guys you trust. Because when that stuff happens, you get guys like Jerry Jones. Now, don't get me wrong. Jerry Jones does what he has to do to get, Super Bowls. Not lately. But he does sign superstar players. The problem is it almost seems like Mara is trying to do that. We have a superstar in Saquon. Let's build around him. Any person with a half of a football IQ goes, no, that's not how you do it.
And then remember, he did mention that we'll have to get a top tier running back in the first round, and
all generation player.
Yeah,
a guy that they're already putting the golden jacket.
Gold jacket on him. Yeah,
I think with Mara, I will give him that respect that he does kind of just let the GM do what the GM does. Okay. And he did give, I think it was they did some kind of thing on Wall Street on Friday where, of course, it was 100-year, they were ringing the bell and whatnot. He made a comment. He said, we would have liked to kept Saquon, but I do recognize that we had other holes that needed to be filled. Now, if he's saying that to be PC, then I get it, right? But at the same time, he's not wrong for saying what he's saying. And he's letting Joe Shane do what Joe Shane needs to do. But my concern, my question is this, and I want to go back a little bit, like in the history of Giant football. I wonder if Gettleman told or informed the Mara and the Tisches that they were going to draft a quarterback. I wonder. I'm just wondering if Gettleman, informed Eli, hey, this is the direction we're going. Your job is not at stake, but I have to do what's best for the team. I got to find your future replacement. I wonder if that happened, because Ant, you're right. You're right in a sense. Like, we were struggling with the offensive line since the days of O'Hara Chris Snead, when those hog mollies, as Gettleman would say,
David Deal, yeah,
Deal, yes,
yeah.
when they left, and even let's be honest, when Brandon Jacobs and Amal Bradshaw left, it was a totally different team. Especially with McAdoo, we're not a West. Every time I hear
West
they're
Coast
bringing the
offense.
West Coast to the West Coast offense to the East Coast,
Yeah.
I just like this ain't gonna work.
See, I can't, after what I heard about Ben McAdoo and what happened with the Giants. Now, I do kind of fault him. And again, I'm trying not to be emotional when it comes to the Eli situation. I do believe it was wrong how it went down. I do believe that McAdoo has some say-so in that, probably the biggest say-so in that. But I have to say, I truly 110% believe that McAdoo was pissed off. And just think about this. Just throw out everything else McAdoo did. He tried, and this is what I think the GMs are. He tried to sell the organization on Patrick Mahomes. He was like, let's give up draft picks. Let's do this. Let's do that. Now, it's not to say that Mahomes would have been the same guy in New York that he is in Kansas City. But in hindsight, you kind of got to give him a little bit of leadway as compared to the other coaches we've had recently, because his mind was in the right spot. Unfortunately, his mind was so boggled with that West Coast offense that he did stuff like bench Eli for a game and this and that and the third. But again, after looking at everything the way it happened, I can't blame McAdoo the way everybody wants to. And then when it comes down to the Shane thing and the Gettleman thing, you got to look at it from this perspective. In football and almost every business, specifically sports, the GM is nothing more than a salesman for the owner. He has to get the owner up to par and say, listen, this is the guy that's going to do this. This is the guy that's going to do this. And as the owner, John Mara is going to go, okay, it makes sense. Do what you got to do. I don't think it should have to be like that. I think that he should come in because you want to tell the owner what you're going to do and say, listen, this is what we have to do. This is my team now. I understand you're the owner. This is my team. I'm going to work with Dave's to make our team work for him because that's what you want to do with the head coach. And then this is how it's going to be laid out. The whole, reprocess, and all teams do it, of making your GM do a job that he shouldn't be, which is selling the owner on a specific player. Let him build his team. If he builds the team that we expected him to after 4 or 5 years and we see it getting better, then you leave that man alone. If he craps all over himself like they've been doing, you still got to give him a couple years. And if it's not working, you let him go. My problem is the day Daboll and Shane became the GM and the coach, we should have been cutting ties with a lot more people than we did. I understand it's easier said than done. The first thing they should have been able to do is draft the QB that Dave's wanted. Because then we could have seen what kind of player we have. And, we obviously needed offensive line. We have for a long time. But if you get a guy like Lamar Jackson, you know what I mean? Like a Josh Allen or
another one.
Yeah, guys like that, that will run the ball, that have that IQ, that can do these things. Then okay, we can build around this guy. You can bring in guys, because the other thing is you have to sell these free agents when it's time to pick up free agents. You have to sell these guys on my team's going to be good. If you can't do that, then you look like the New York Giants do today.
So, Ann, let me ask you this question, and it'll go back to the John Mara thing. Could you make the argument that John Mara was the one who ultimately offered DJ that massive contract that he got, and Shane really didn't have anything to do with it?
Well, Shane
other than being in the room to say, "Hey, this is the contract we're offering."
How I think, and I don't know, but how I think that whole conversation went was, Mara came to him and said, listen, right now we don't have many options. We're not in a position where we're going to draft high and there's going to be a quarterback sitting there, so on and so forth. So our best bet right now is to hold on to a guy that brought us to a playoff and won us a playoff game, because we forget sometimes that was the big sale ticket. That's the one that said, all right, DJ can do this, right? So we bought into that, and I'm sure Mara did too. So I think that's why he got the payday. However, on the flip side of that, I think Joe Shane is the one that says, okay, we'll give him that contract, but I want to put a 2-year clause in there because I'm not confident on what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how I think that conversation went.
And honestly, like going back to
I could get with that.
Well,
I agree with that.
I'm sorry, Zone. I just want to say this because I know I'll forget. I suffer from CRS. Can't remember shit. Let's not forget during that transition of Jones signing that big contract. In my heart of hearts, I just believe that had Saquon signed, and yes, I said his name. I should have said 26.
No, Kevin Durant.
I'm sorry, Kevin Durant signed that contract in 2022 in that buy, where he would have got allegedly more money than he got now. I truly believe Jones would have been tagged. I think Jones would have been tagged.
And I think that's why Giants fans are so pissed off about it, because we could have gotten away with giving Saquon a little bit more. Because at this point, I look at it and I'm like, I still believe that we wouldn't have won with him. That's clear, because by the time we put together a team that he could have worked
He's already
with,
passes. He's already
exactly.
yeah.
So with this, and I think that's how the Giants kind of looked at it too, which is again another reason they gave Daniel Jones the money. And again, he's coming off of a playoff run. They're saying, okay, this kid can do it. You know what I mean? But again, in hindsight, Saquon was a big part of that. Or I'm sorry, Kevin Durant was a big part of that, of why DJ, had some spots to do what he wanted to do. But again, even if they gave Saquon what he wanted, they still, I believe, could have given Jones a pretty decent contract, because what they offered Kevin and what the Eagles gave him is peanuts compared to what he thought he was worth. Because I'm telling you right now,
You just want to stick it to us. That's what it was.
I think Saquon wanted Christian McCaffrey money. End of story. Because
I don't think he wanted to be a Giant. I don't think he wanted to be there anymore.
If you look at it this way, Christian McCaffrey came back from a horrific knee injury. It was the exact same injury that Saquon had, and yet McCaffrey got paid. So as Kevin Durant, it would have, if I was in that position, it'd be in my mind too. I understand what what running backs are getting right now, but I'm that guy. If he got his money, I want that money. And then, which is again why I was fine with Joe Shane saying, we love you, test the market, and come back to us. But I think that part of the reason Saquon didn't come back, and I still think he's a traitor, I think his agent was bumbling all over the place. I think that Kevin Durant has had a real bad time when it comes to agents. I mean, in 2 years, he flipped 3-4 agents?
Yeah.
There's something in there we're not seeing, because I'm thinking, again, for $1 million extra guaranteed, you signed with another team? Like, come on, man. Seriously?
And to that, man, Christian McCaffrey getting that money with the Niners, man, the Niners were actually on the uptick. They were improving. We haven't been.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get both sides of it. Yeah, we should have paid Saquon, but at the same time, I'm sorry, Kevin Durant. Yeah, we should have paid him, but at the same time, you alluded to it earlier, and we couldn't have paid him, gave Jones a contract, and then made the offseason moves that we made this year, getting the offensive line pieces.
And not
it
only
wouldn't
that, we
all
wouldn't have
work
gotten
together.
Burns either.
We were almost
Right.
stuck in that position because of the fact that, we gave Daniel the contract and not Saquon. Because, again, this year, we're stuck, which is why I'm okay with saying, well, we got him. We got to pay him anyway. If he's not doing the job, sit his ass. I don't care if it's week 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything for us. You know what I mean? Again, it goes back to what I said at the beginning of the show. I don't care who the quarterback is. I want to win. If that quarterback is Trent Dilfer, if that quarterback is Jamarcus Russell, if that quarterback is Ryan Leaf, and he's winning games, I don't care. I'm a fan of the name of the front of the jersey. The name on the back is irrelevant if we're winning.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you what. This is a perfect show. This way, I can't even talk right now. Sully, give me your final thoughts, and let me hear one time.
All right, final thoughts, and I'm gonna go on record saying this if I haven't said it before. When we picked Daniel Jones, I was never a fan of that pick to begin with, but I had always said that I hoped he proved us wrong. He gave me a little hope with that playoff run, and even then I said I needed him to do that consistently, which he hasn't done. So it's time to get the broom out and sweep him up under the rug, get somebody new. As far as the season, I'm still hoping we can at least pull out 8 and 9. Realistically, I don't see it happening with DJ at quarterback, but a brother could hope, can he?
It's only week 8. Like I said, right now we just got to be 1-0 on Sunday. Sully, I really appreciate you coming on, man. I follow you. I like you. I see your fishing victories all the time.
Hey, man, you know I'm a country 5 city boy.
I appreciate you, fam. Let me hear it one time.
Let's go Giants. Ow!
All right, brother. Appreciate Take care, man.
Y'all take
Daryl. Let me hear your final thoughts, man.
I think he's sleeping.
Bro. Yeah, scoring.
Daryl, you gotta go to your room, Daryl. You can't be sleeping on the couch.
Yo, he pulled the mic, yo.
He pulled the McNugget.
Oh, he
out. Damn.
Well, wait. Hey, Daryl, let me hear it one time.
Let's go, Giants.
Wait, no, be quiet. Hold on, no, be quiet. Hey, Daryl, let me hear it one time. I'll take it. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
That was great.
He's gonna hate you when he sees that. I'll take
Yo, he's gonna hate you, bro.
For a long time.
Yeah, yo.
Do I talk that much?
Hey, Ant, I wasn't trying to be an ass. I was just I wanted you to be quiet so I can hear that.
Oh no, I got you.
Oh man.
I was trying to help him out. That's the only reason I did that.
That is the best outro.
What would have been funnier?
I want everybody to know that's still watching. If we didn't love you, we wouldn't pick on you. Okay? Ask Mike. No, let me stop. I'm joking, Mike. I'm joking.
He's guaranteed he comes on my show tomorrow and goes, dude, what happened? I'm like, you fell out, bro.
Oh,
yeah, that's why I was like, hold on. I gotta hear that. Oh shoot, Danny. Wait. Danny, did you get your coin?
Oh yes. Hold on.
Wait. Also, I got a funny story for you guys. The day.
I got 2.
Oh, that's fire.
Where'd you get that one?
The commemorative coin. They handed them out at the game.
I hate you both.
That is fire.
It's the one. It's still on the south on.
You could probably order it online though.
Everybody, yeah.
eBay gonna be
tell me so much stuff they got online. Well, Zone, I'll tell you what. You go ahead and have the last word, man. Go ahead. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. So I asked 2 things. So it's one of the stories. So the day that Kevin Durant, made his move, I think I declined like 20 calls from Mike.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I love Mike. And my biggest regret was giving him my number. Yeah. Every time Sneaky doesn't let him on the show or has him in the backstage too long, I get like 900 texts and I just don't answer them.
You know what? Good game, brother. You guys showed up. We didn't.
Yep.
And I want to thank God for shutting my mouth because I was going to be like, hey, let's make a bet. Blah, 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 blah. I'm glad I didn't. Because the whole time, and it would have been a hat, it'd been something. The whole time I'd be buying that hat, I'd be cussing out the New York Football Giants.
I love the kid, but don't you feel bad for Emac now?
Yeah, right.
You remember the bet? You remember the bet, right?
No, I mean he knew what he was doing, and I tried to help him out. But Zone, yeah, let me hear the last. Give me your final thoughts, man. What's up?
Yeah, no. So going on back to what Ann said, I think I definitely agree, Ann. It's like I agree that John Mara is one of like the biggest, I guess, like in terms of like indirectly forcing hands of GMs for sure. Like I think Hard Knocks definitely proved that with the Saquon thing. But for me, what really kind of did it on Shane's part was the way, like, look at the difference in the way that Shane and Dable talked about Daniel Jones. Like, I don't even know if we heard Dable say one good thing about Daniel Jones. Then you had Shane going like, even Patrick Mahomes can play behind that line, and I still believe in him. I still think he can be the guy. Like, that's what I really think that. Yes, Mara definitely played a role, but I also feel like Shane was also in his mind had believed that Daniel Jones could be the guy at a certain point, and he should take play the contract. But I definitely agree that Mara is definitely one of the biggest influences by far. But at the end of the day, I'm really just I don't even see a situation where it sucks to say I don't see a situation where Daniel Jones is starting next year. He has to go absolutely insane the rest of the year, which let's face it, I don't know if he has a high of a ceiling, but we'll see what happens. I'm always hopeful. I'm not gonna. It's like I'm not gonna throw in the towel. I'm accepting the reality, but I'm not like take week by week at this point. What else can we do? But really really awesome talking to you guys again. It's been a rough last year and stuff, but we're all in this together, man. It's great to see you guys again. I love to see you guys still doing your thing. So always loving the Giants, and it's definitely missed this, but yeah, it's been great seeing you guys again. Hope to hop back on more in the future. But like I know I've been busy with some stuff, but yeah, it's great seeing you guys, man. Can't even like
you
can't
too,
even
brother.
Same here, brother. Yep.
Appreciate you. Let me hear one time, Zone.
Let's go Giants. Oh,
I appreciate you, brother. Have a good night. Ralphie, I see you. Hey, come on Thursday. All right, Thursday. I was already trying to end the show before, but I will definitely see you Thursday. Danny, go ahead. What do you got? Wait, you got off last time, right?
No, I did.
You did? Okay, all right, Danny, go ahead.
Well, so I just gotta say, man, just drink a lot of liquor this season, bro. Just drink a lot of liquor, bro. Just stock up on liquor.
I'm gonna tell you, whatever I had a shot of.
The shot that's.
Look, yeah. I don't know if anybody has ever drank Ouzo, but that tastes exactly like Ouzo.
And you ever had aguardiente? It's the Colombian. That's what he was drinking at the time.
Oh, really?
But I'm telling you,
that'll get you happy.
Ouzo's it's the same thing, a little cloudier, right? And it tastes like black licorice. And
that's what it is, basically.
I felt the burn in my esophagus. And I felt it coating my stomach and then going in my large anyway.
I saw a drop of sweat coming down your face too, bro.
Drop? Is that drop? But just Danny, it was really good seeing you though. It was good seeing you.
It was good seeing you, bro. Hell yeah. We had fun.
Wish we could have kicked. I should have told you where I was going to be at after the game, because and I'll let you know next time. It was and if you come, try and stay in the same hotel, because we'll talk about that later.
Hopefully, I won't have a wedding next time.
Right?
Well, how was that? How was the wedding?
It was all right. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
It was a good time.
Well,
compared to the Giants,
Sneaky, yo, I feel bad for you, Sneaky, bro. Because I mean, you and Mama Boss spend money to, take the flight out here, and then you see that shit,
Yeah, you should have been out there asking Danny for your flight money back.
Well, listen, and that's a good joke. That's funny. You said that too. But Danny, don't feel bad for me, because I'm gonna tell you why. I do it again. I will do it again.
Yeah.
And again.
And again.
And again. And
until
again.
you meet Phil Sims.
Even after I meet, I'll still do it again. You know, that, you know, I don't know, man. My fandom, how I am is like, I'm gonna be a fan no matter what, and I'm gonna show love no matter what, because damn it, when we get on top of that mountain, oh, it feels so good.
But it's gonna be with a new quarterback. It's gonna be with a new quarterback.
I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, for all we know, you know, Danny Dimes could have a, you know, 16-game winning streak. Will it happen? I ain't put no money on that, you know, but still.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm telling you, when I was a Giants fan, and you know, after 1990, after we beat Buffalo, and you know, Dave Brown, I mean, there was a whole no, I'm not smoking nothing, and I just saw your gesture. But anyway,
yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, it was a drought, you know, and then Kerry Collins put us in that Super Bowl, which was a good week. I mean, we could have, you know, capitalized on that. And then here comes Eli out of nowhere, and everybody was criticizing him. But he did it.
It's like we had our growing pains with Eli. I had my freaking ups and downs with him, but he got progressively better.
He did.
You know,
he did.
DJ's not getting any better, bro. You know,
I wish I knew what it was, but you know what? That's why we're here. That's why we're here for one another. That's why we show and express our love for the New York Football Giants.
It was a wonderful AA meeting, by the way.
It was a great AA meeting. Next time, Tanya, do not bring that stale ass cake. It was a little too stale.
Sometimes you got to go through it to get to it.
That's so true.
True.
And that's what that taco from Taco Bell said going through my.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But anyway, Danny, let me hear it one time, brother.
Fellas, I love you both,
Love you too, brother.
and hopefully Sunday we come out with a win. Hopefully,
anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Let's go Giants. Oh, peace.
Later, you too, brother. Be good.
Later. Yep.
And now they're just one. I don't count because I'm the host, so I don't count. Go ahead, Ann. Give me final thoughts.
I said what I said, and that's all that I'm saying.
And I'll take it.
Check me out tomorrow night, guys. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big Blue Ant, Extreme Blue. You can catch me right now. I'm still trying to work out the kinks. I got to talk to you about that. Getting back on Facebook, because apparently there's new rules since the last time I've been on, and getting in there, it's a pain in the butt. But right now, I'm definitely on YouTube, Big Blue Ant 72, and I'm definitely on Twitch. Same thing, Big Blue Ant 72. Come check out the show, hang out a little bit. Similar to this, we'll bring you on. We'll have a conversation. We'll get into, I mean, I don't know how much more we can get into what's going on. I think we pretty much covered every basis on the Sneaky G-Man podcast. But
you come on over to mine,
guys. Come on over to mine, guys. We'll chop it up. Sneaky, I love you, brother, man. You're a big inspiration to, you know, to a lot of people, myself included. And talk to you later, man. Let's go Giants. Oh, love you, brother.
Love you too, brother. Be good. I'll holler at you. Oh man. Even I get to my limits of being a fan. And if you guys go on to my my YouTube channel, I you know, I share some emotion, and it was just the limitation of frustration that I reached for that outburst. I even cussed, to be honest with you. We're in a time right now. We're in a funk. We're in a rough patch. And I know that the players don't like us booing them. And I think I for once in my whole fandom of being a Giants fan, I'm going to speak for the fans. We don't want to boo you. And if we can't show or express our displeasure by a simple gesture of booing the production, we're not booing the players, believe it or not. Well, I'm going to say this. This part's going to be on my own. We're not booing the play. We're booing the play on the field. We're booing the production on the field. We're booing the lack of whatever is being displayed on the field. We want you to give us something to cheer about. I know I do. And I'm going to be the fan that doesn't boo. I'm going to be the fan that will suffer in silence. But even those fans has their limitations. I'm a very positive person. I swear to God I am. And I wanted you guys to show me something on Sunday. But you know what? I know for a fact that you guys are going to show me something this Sunday. And that's why I will always be back. And I will always show love for my Giants. I appreciate everybody that came on tonight. We're almost going back to the old school days where, it was a long show. These are few and far between. I appreciate everybody that was on TikTok, those that rock with me throughout. And I'll see you all Thursday. But until then, let's go Giants. Ow!
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants.